I mean, a team that beats Magic is decent.
Okay.
A team that beats Foot, though, that's
Sure.
you're a threat. And those are two very aim-heavy teams to warm up against. So obviously, there's been a lot of crazy stories that have happened so far at the Bounty, and MOUZ have passed all the tests, and they look good. And what stood out to me the most is actually how well Zelix has played. I think he's somebody who I would have expected to sort of fade a bit with PR coming in, right? Where, you know, everybody else on the team is super solid, and PR comes in as a potentially an upgrade. And Zelix, I think he's kind of stood up to the test. So we're going to look at the consistency today when they play against 3D Max. But this is a sleeper team right now.
Well, you spoke highly of him, and he could potentially be the first player from MOUZ at bat. Sulks into the depths of pit, gets cleared from the top of it, survives a bit of those shots, but doesn't wind up finding a headshot of his own. So good approach by 3D Max, but Spinks has gone unnoticed. Two backs turn to him. Oh, he tries to pull the trigger, does read that there'll be another there, and that is not what you're hoping for from Spinks. Absolutely missed opportunity with that one.
They have both sites, and the stragglers do have to be a little careful, because revealing themselves, I think they feel sort of compelled to actually rotate back around to the other side, but it works out very well. Flanks coming in way too slowly here for Xertion.
Solid pickups out of 3D Max. Finally, MOUZ's last member looks to strike, and it is a fragless round from the side of MOUZ. That is just perfection out of 3D Max. They took every portion of the map that they chose to. They could have and should have died to the tunnels push. That's really MOUZ's way back into that round, but a missed opportunity out of Spinks.
I mean, if you look at this round from the perspective of positioning, multiple players have the chance to get a free kill. Obviously, Zelix does get cleared, so you can say that. But even a couple shots missed and 3D Max punishing is a great sign for them. They're really a momentum team, I think, you know. That's one of those intangibles, or you just have to, if you know, you know, when you watch 3D Max. Players like Maka are extremely streaky. They can be super hot and go for jumping no scopes and like get really big highlights, and then a few maps in a row can be a little bit slower, but they're feeling good right now.
Yeah, it's the momentum for better or for worse. Sometimes it's just really doesn't get off the ground.
But you give them a pistol like that and they might feel invincible for a few rounds.
Playing out the T side of Dust2, their map pick, of course. And already they've got eyes and feet through that door. Maka to bring up the back. New piece in Kersey. Tip of the spear. And I think just getting this far without meeting resistance yet bodes very well when you're up against a force buy round. First contacts versus a pistol where you've got a huge range advantage, so no surprise Kersey takes the head off PR, and we're going to watch this one shift into a save out of MOUZ because that B site is prime for the taking. So a nice relaxed approach to middle, meets no resistance, and you just, you know, a nice follow through, Mohan. Goes a long way.
I wonder if their routes to get here is going to be one of those situations like where we saw Falcons and Furia in the finals, where this is obviously a toned-down version, but again, being able to beat Foot in the way that they did, and Magic, who you had to be in Astana, I think, to really see the magic, right? But we were very impressed at what they could do, and obviously the aim that they had. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a game where people definitely heavily favor MOUZ, understandably so. There's no reason to really doubt them as it stands. I would only say, also think about how good 3D Max could play potentially.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing is, you just said it, you'd have to be kind of either in Astana or watching Astana to appreciate what Magic have done more recently than 3D Max. But if we go a little further back, obviously 3D Max's peaks absolutely outshine Magic.
Yeah, you know, a rut for a bit.
They were a real contender for a solid season of Counter-Strike in 2025. The desk brought up the VRS drop-off of 3D Max and how they are in a position where they need to recover. You know, they're on the scary part of the fringe right now. And so
they have 22.
Starts to get a little creepy down there, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Start having to play wonky events, start having to go on weird travel to scoop up VRS points in freaky countries. Like Sweden.
Yeah, VRS 31.
And the Netherlands. Gotta go hang out with Liquid.
just hope it's not contagious.
Yeah, exactly. God forbid you have to fly to NA. Cheeky team kill out of Kersey as this saved force buy out of MOUZ at least finds one victim. Zershan's feeling freed up to go for the duel towards long, and he'll find the kill over Lucky. No trade on that one, as it's the bomb up next from the same approach. Maka playing this somewhat cautiously, still finds the right timing. So good on him to get it back to 3v3, but look.
They have to go B, though. Because
he's so separate from his teammates.
He showed the bomb, but it's kind of awkward because he's got all of this map to actually have to rotate around. He can do it safely. They kind of just want to feed into the site, but as you can see, MOUZ, they're aware that things are taking a little too long for where they saw the bomb. So one great shot from Torzy, and things do get interesting, but it will come down to timing. And
there we go. Timing's good for the scout shot. Torzy, nope, doesn't spam it, wants to go for the window peek. Sees the head cross to Platt, but that might get him a bit tunnel visioned. Now there's a Molotov on his approach. There's a potential threat to go through door, but they're going to try to boost over instead. So still hoping that Torzy can pull a player off this bomb site. It's just the top of the smoke on cycle. It opens up.
Really
trying to squeeze a headshot out of this. So. Tough spot to be in. But this is all while we do get that third piece wrapping around through the tunnels. So we'll see if MOUZ really want to go for it. Not operating with a kit, and now PR's flank immediately cut down to size. Masuda's going to pop up and deal with the door player. Torzy will collect another, but it's all good for 3D Max. Considering that got down to a weird 3v3 bomb opposite side of the map from the teammates, they recollect themselves, come through with that 3-0 start.
It's been a sneaky start here for 3D Max. With that team kill that happened last round, MOUZ have actually only got 2 kills in these last 3 rounds. So 3D Max have made quite a bit of money.
Torzy's got a chance to flex an op without there being a counterpart on the other side.
And it's funny because if you're Spirit or MOUZ in the playoffs right now, there's like a little bit more pressure on you than there was before.
Oh yeah,
because now you're just expected to be in finals.
Yep.
Where I think with Vitality and Falcons and Fury alive, anybody you'd be happy with almost any result that you get having a stand-in. But now, or not a stand-in, but a new player. But even with one now, you're still supposed to be better than all these other teams.
PR is going to be under contest as they've already gotten 3D Max players in the open ground. Torzy picks one off, but that well-timed mid-flank will get still traded out by Spinks. He's going to try to make a play here on his own. Players behind him, Insertion up next, but it's a shot to the back of the head out of Graviti, and so MOUZ have to face a man disadvantage as the utility just simply goes too far beyond. Good thing Graviti didn't go back into that car cubby, instead hits over towards the boxes. That keeps him in safety. And while the op will get scooped up here for Zershan's save, it's 3D Max with a pretty swift, considering how crawly some of the previous rounds have gotten, action into the B site that catches PR, I think, a little unprepared.
Definitely, and we have been seeing that. I think Maui mentioned Zelix, but I think he meant PR for the new spots that he's been in. It was Zelix before in B, and that would have made sense. But yes, the last time they played Dust2, PR and Spinks were having a hard time sort of figuring out. When they played B on Mirage, I think you saw a bit more chemistry.
Agreed.
It was just looking more solid overall, but PR has already mentioned this, that he's still getting used to some things.
Yeah, particularly those new CT positions, right? He says he's liking the T side, how he gets to kind of call his own area of the map. He's had praise for Zershan, and, well, so have we. Again, Zershan just, like Maui Snake aptly put it, when do you see a guy take over those roles and somehow get that X% better? So that's gone well for them, because there was a lot of questions around MOUZ and this constant shuffling of the role of Brolin once it's departed. So
MOUZ are very good at starting down. Not a lot of teams are. That's actually one of the highlights of them. I think no matter how deep you get into a half, even if you give them 1 or 2 rounds at the end, they can use anything as leverage.
Okay.
They're always used to playing from the back foot, but this is just like a sneaky, slow start out of them.
We've usually got praise for Cyclone as well in those timeouts to try to get back from those slow starts.
Yeah, and you might think there's some vulnerabilities to keep hammering.
Ooh, smoke fight queued up here. CT's trying to come out on top. Maka's gun's empty. Yeah, Zertian's going to lock down through the side of the smoke, and it's a huge advantage for MOUZ on long at the start of this round. It's an explosive start from 3D Max. Will it continue with tempo to end? Because they do split their 2 remaining players up. One towards Cat, one remains back in middle. It's just a show off at the edge of Catwalk, and Masuda's very quickly back to escort that bomb. They found an opening.
I think they do know that there's, there's only 2 players B. That would be the...
But right now, only 1.
Masuda will grab the smoke, use that for mid B, and PR is on a big flank, but he's actually got to walk it all the way to top mid. So there is a small moment of timing.
Oh, but check this out. Bomb splits into tunnels while Kersey's already now quite far away from PR.
And the A players are a bit confused as to how to come and help out.
But I think PR would have seen that gap through the doorway, and even if he didn't take the shot at Kersey, feels like he saw him cross over.
Masuda, you take this peek. Oh, no.
Spinks is locked in towards the window. Now Masuda announces his intentions. He's going to lose a bit of health because of that, and Torzy eventually gets in once that smoke fades. Kersey just a bit disjointed from the play. Didn't have that long to float out there, but again, spotted from top middle. So this has been MOUZ very aware of what's going down. Masuda's clutch attempt will be denied. Beautiful shots from Torzy. One on an unexpected victim, but to catch that door cross with the wall bang, nice to see Torzy's op finding impact here as MOUZ will collect their first.
You could put it on Masuda because he's the guy with all the cover inside of tunnels. The only problem is just so hard to distill that situation. I think they had almost a perfect read. Coming out mid, finding the op on A, confirming the 3 long setup that was taking place. Torzy was throwing flashes here with Zelix and Zertian pushing. But because they didn't full commit to that belief, they could have had Masuda come out, get a free kill. Kersey could have gotten the window a lot more quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, but let's not think about it because MOUZ need the rounds.
Now this time, Torzy's operating with an enemy op on the field as well. Maka, an opping in-game leader nowadays. As he'll be whittled down to 3/4 his health. Spinks disengages from the door just in case 3D Max are thinking about popping through it. Not the case, clearly Catwalk, their intention. But Bomb still floats back towards middle. So let's hit that pause button as B-Tram's just dropping. Zertian facts. Top 4 rated player the last 3 months at MVP events.
That's awesome.
After becoming an in-game leader, by the way. There's a sea of players who have picked up that responsibility and fallen into damn near irrelevancy. Zertian will not be one of those guys. Incredible evolution for a player that has shown so much promise throughout the years.
Yeah, you think it'd either be the calling of the fragging that has an issue, but neither so far.
Lucky tiptoes through the doorway, so it's first blood MOUZ. And Zertian's going to extend that, and Zelix will keep it clean. Nice 2-bullet tap into the player, extending inwards. 3D Max are no longer finding those free openings. They'll still join up in this 2v5, but nothing will pressure MOUZ off of that bomb site. That is what they're looking for. Torzy collecting 3 kills on the round, and Zelix showing us that he is looking to lock in tonight as well. That was nice with the 2 taps into the head of 3D Max's approach.
Torzy has hit some nasty shots this past week. Remember that one on Mirage inside the window?
Ooh, onto the player catwalk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a weird thing, but he's looked quick.
Yep.
It's already been fast, but... And they actually do, with those 2 solid rounds, get through all the money at 3D Max. It felt like it was going to take an extra round to do that with the start they had. But this is that little bit of leverage that MOUZ always seem to be able to find.
And again, off of the tactical timeout, Cyclone has a word. Now on LAN, can only speak, of course, during those TAC timeouts. And lo and behold, MOUZ have found their answer. Set up nicely, like you said, by their ability to rebound off slow starts. Now, will Pistols throw a wrench into MOUZ's cogs? Just looking to get this war machine online. Torzy's got open avenues towards middle to sit on all day long. You will not be frazzled by your Glocks and P250s. You'll have to get lucky and hope that Desert Eagle finds one.
There, he got lucky.
Yeah. Drops the pineapple on him, and Zertian's here for the cleanup duty. 4 kills for Zertian. MOUZ about to tie this game at 4 rounds all if they get through this next 3D Max bye.
So I'm sure 3D Max are trying to remind themselves that they kicked off with 4 rounds. It's T side, so they got some of the harder ones out of the way. A pistol helps, of course, but they can't stop here. It's a timeout now. We won't see them with an op this round, and that's been a big advantage for MOUZ with Torzy playing this well. Masuda in their last series was awesome. Somebody who, we thought maybe we wouldn't see on another top team. Who knows?
Sure. Yeah.
Chance at vitality during all those years, and definitely, not good enough at the time.
Yep.
There's a lot of time to grow since then.
I mean, I think it definitely benefits him that since that run in vitality at the time, we didn't have an all-French team kind of in that upper echelon of Counter-Strike. The evolution of 3D Max opened the door for his return. And he has shown us glimpses as to why he's earned a spot on this all-French roster. French elitism is still alive and well. I mean, it's been better, but hey, they're recovering.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough out there for all the national teams right now, so the fact that they're trekking on is great to see.
These are your heroes now, Mohan.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Kersey. 47 damage off the nade. He's down to the teens.
But also has been some good util usage for MOUZ, eh?
See ya.
They've been getting some hefty grenades in. It's been a lot on the anti-eco, so now it's translating. And it's also the nade damage being a kill. It's so massive, just seeing intentions. But Zelix, he likes to push long. He's done it too early in the past. In this spot, if he doesn't, however, it's going to be a pretty decent split, even though they've only got 4 players. And another test at PR, who is still struggling, not a kill yet.
Sits on car and doesn't deliver the frag, but Graviti's down low. Here's Spinks, clean first shot. That's what he's looking for. Increases the likelihood he's got a multi-kill in him, and he even hits the headshot on Graviti. Oh, but Maka goes for the door challenge to just try to keep those numbers even. Offers over the trade. Again, Torgy's going to find kills through that door, but he took...
Man, they got to bait one and run in with the other. It's got to be Torzy to find this trade.
Took the rifle from Zelix. Oh, and still finds the final kill.
Nasty.
Torzy swapping rifles with his low-health teammate on the approach, just looks to trade him out. Torzy could do it with anything, seemingly up to 11-3 with a triple kill this round.
That's just a game saver. It is a very solid position. Again, after this nade kill came down for 3D Max to find a way to win this round. They've been, from a perspective of calling, doing a good job of picking an easy site to take.
Oh!
Wow. That's the trade.
Oh,
and he's been so quick to those, too. It's like, he's doing a macro adjustment, but almost no micro adjustment. It's instant.
I mean, doesn't even see his opponent. Goatsy. Torzy was the best offer of the online stage. 51-14.
You're not supposed to say it out loud.
With the gun.
Certainly don't Google it.
Okay, now you're scaring me. And these Tech 9s are going to try to charge forward. They'll swarm Spinks. Oh, God, PR only able to catch the one. Again, it's going to be an attempt to hold them back through the doorway. Almost hitting teammates with nades, but a scramble into this bomb site that has now put a gun in the hands of Masuda. We've seen nasty flicks from Torzy. Can he handle these up-close shots? And no tunnel approach out of MOUZ either. It's going to be all in from mid. 2 smoke grenades left for their utility. Everybody equipped with a kit, and they are considering the save. They don't like the odds of the approach. And so this one goes down. A B site under siege yet again. Hit once more with a fast timing, this time with only pistols, and it's coming up as a result of 3D Max's round wins now. This B site starting to become problematic for MOUZ.
Yeah, it has been, and from a conditioning perspective, I'm loving this half so far, again, from 3D Max, because they clearly want to go B to take advantage of, a new player being there, but at the same time, they're not making it obvious that they want to hit B every single round. They've used it in the 4v5. They've used it on an eco round. They've used it on a full rifle for sure. But it always feels like they're never about to go for another rush. Like, this could have been a scary round for them. They didn't have much to lose, and MOUZ unfortunately fail another test when it comes to locking it down. This time it's PR with a kill and Spinks without. But even still, I mean, even if they both got a kill, that probably wouldn't be enough. You need to get
the multi-kill.
That
was PR's one and only frag so far, Dust2.
Yeah.
3D Max perhaps trying to exploit a weak link. MOUZ will be hoping that they can just answer back with at least that surplus of cash they had earned.
This is so funny, because now they're like, why even pretend?
Right. I like that MOUZ walked away last round with as much of a save as they did.
But, and you don't have MOUZ like in a 3B lean in any of these situations, so.
This time they'll just put Torji on the doorway. Let Spinks leave.
Risky.
PR done for. Just an insta headshot comes out of Graviti. They run the risk and they find the reward. Oh, on the other side, it is 3D Max blowing the door off its hinges at this B site. Torji never even given a chance to shoot back. I mean, this is 3D Max without taking a point of damage versus full guns, and now they have guaranteed themselves a 6th round on this T side at the very least.
You'd wonder why MOUZ aren't responding at all to the fact that it's obviously a B-favored T side here from 3D Max. And you could tell that probably in the communication, Spinks is like, all right, we gotta try something else. And yeah, swapping over Torzi, who's hitting everything right now, kind of makes sense, but it doesn't really solve the problem of PR taking first contact, unfortunately. And 3D Max are an interesting team because, I mean, at one point they weren't very well balanced. They had a lot of good tactics, and they thought through a lot of utility that was always good. It always looked like really well placed, really modern utility, but they didn't have a sort of like fully fleshed out game plan throughout a T-half with conditioning as well. And so you can see a lot of that coming in now, but they also have these really strong execs.
Yeah.
They catch PR totally off guard. This nade, what is this nade? It's not even just outside the window. It's exactly where Torzi's standing.
Perfect for a player that took damage on their exit. But I get what you mean. 3D Max in the past sort of missing like the connective tissue in a half that makes all their great ideas strung nicely together, because there was a lot of teams even giving them credit for utility usage, like you said. Like, you could tell the theory crafting from 3D Max was world class.
Yeah, they were like all tactics at some point. But now they're bringing in the strategy.
And also kind of tossing roles around as well, right? Graviti no longer IGLing, falls on Maka, but it's not a player that they remove because he can't do it. Still go through a shuffle.
Yeah, no more body seemed kind of wild, but
it did. But here we are. Maka's going to find Torzi dead to rights at the start of this one. Spinks' push into the lower tunnels doesn't actually hold back 3D Max, but he will clip Kersey's head off from the top of mid on his retreat. That's a great moment for a guy like Spinks, who could have just walked away empty-handed and tried to play a 4v5. Instead, in that final second of his retreat, gets a very tough shot and delivers. Xerxion's going to be pressed into the catwalk, tries to go for more than just his one, and opens a door for Maka to now push the forces forward. Long contact held back by Spinks. You've got Zelex just beneath this cat lip, and as he keeps that crosshair on point, they're trying to fluster him with utility. Flash finds its mark, and Lucky gets traded out instantly. Maka's gonna try to jump on this, but he doesn't look downwards into Zelex, and so it's a multi-kill from not the most recent piece, but still one of the fresh guns of MOUZ, who will get them one step closer to tying out this half.
Yeah, they're keeping up here. Lots of good cat setups, and I think the majority of their util damage is coming off of cat for these CTs. Trade's looking excellent. And Spinks is just getting farther and farther from B every round.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to read the titles now.
All 7. Yeah. Lean, don't Google it. but still they refuse to actually go for the B lane, and that's MOUZ here. Which at this point, I gotta say,
not once this half.
A little confusing now.
It's final round.
First, for a while, I was like, okay, they're not gonna fall for it, you know, and they trust 3D Max Grid team. They're gonna keep it changed up, but now you gotta be like, okay, Zelix, you cleared out long doors at a minute. You're not seeing anything. Let's maybe cheat somebody over.
And it's not because Torzy has taken Spinx's place. They've gone back to the same duo that struggled in Spinx and PR.
Look how good that molly is. In case Zelix had pushed the door, and it's at a time where it's still reasonable, the T's could take long control. They're going to put some pressure down here, and it's holding exertion on the right side.
PR's just looking to deliver a multi-frag. We're looking for a good spray down out of one of these defenders. Xertion's still stuck in the CT spawn. Spinx with nothing. PR let him out, and he doesn't get that second kill. Spinx looks so blindsided in that moment, as if he wasn't prepared for them to have pushed through the edge of the smoke. 3D Max running risky games once more, but getting past PR over and over. A 2-kill CT side really speaks to his pregame interview, in which he said, some of my discomfort still is on this defense. It's when these new positions kind of get away from me.
Come on, don't misquote him. The exact quote was, fuck B.
Something like that. Why am I an anchor? Now Zelix and Torzy are just going to straight up swing for the 2v4. No trade off that, and Maka given a chance to strike down Torzy as he's playing off that M4. Bomb is very far gone already. They're just going to come to you, brother. This is 3D Max with an excellent T-side at the end. That 4-0 start, 3 of the last 4 rounds, a constant success story towards one half of the map, leaves MOUZ on 5 defensive rounds.
Here on the sun-drenched streets of Mirage, we spot some of nature's most fascinating creatures, Counter-Strike players in their natural habitat. Despite the plentiful environments these fellows could inhabit, they seem to always swarm towards the comfort and safety of this shining paradise. As the sun rises over the stone architecture, in typical fashion, we see this species squabble over their preferred position. Let us discover where they shall end up. A breakneck flurry of utility flies overhead, attempting to disrupt the defenders. The stakes could not be higher. And with nothing he can do, the A anchor is flash-banged like a deer in headlights. He decides his best bet is to retreat. No matter how much he cries out for help, support is nowhere to be found. However, the restless hunter has found its prey. It's one shot, one kill. Such is the life of the Opper, precise and deadly. On the opposite side of this erupting battlefield, our B anchor is as cool as a cucumber, having the time of his life with a spring in his step. Returning to the chaos, this perfectly executed attack has a problem. A noob. Fresh account and less than 20 hours played, duoing this season with a veteran. Blinded by one of their own, it seems as if their fate is sealed. The hunter is now the hunted. Revenge is a dish best served with a carambit. Huddled like penguins, their plan has failed. Now it's only a matter of time before they are spotted, and the round is over. Through all of this havoc and turmoil, our B anchor continues the kangaroo jump. Finally, after many hops, they hear a faint cry in the distance. He decides to abandon his post and regroup with the herd to claim what little glory may still be available. But he is not alone. The T's are nothing if not sneaky. This T's patience has been rewarded. The unfortunate anchor never stood a chance. And to make matters worse, the A attack was a ruse. Our A player's defense was a waste of time. The alarm sounded. The CTs must now migrate to the B site. This once stalking predator is now the prey. As a final solution, the CT has one last trick in its arsenal, the smoke diffuse. And as the famous saying goes to the native people of Mirage, pros do not fake.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
That B bomb site will be the talk of the town here throughout this Dust2. 3D Max got away with it on the attack for a 7-round T side. Now MOUZ trying to show us their ability to recover again.
Everything's in place right now for 3D Max to, you know, maybe by a hair take this game away, but they've kind of set the stage for a potential upset on Dust2. MOUZ will have to work extra hard to make sure that doesn't happen.
Kersey feeling frisky, wanted to join up with Maka. Now back in the first pistol, we saw 3D Max just be sharper than MOUZ's players. This time, it is Graviti to one-tap PR out of this. He is not having a good map.
Yeah, the nightmare does not end.
Graviti, good second headshot, gets value out of a position where he is committed to the duel, but this sprint away is going to be heard by Spinks.
And this is where Spinks shines. He's found a perfect timing. They might turn around, but he'll get a shot. Oh my goodness.
Adjusts up, does
He always
collect.
gets his, man. He always gets his in the end.
It's Kersey dead, it's Zershin drawn towards middle, and the fact that he saw those two mid players actually moving back to the B site means Zelex knows he's going to have a bit of space.
This would be a nice late round move, though, for MOUZ. You know, the fact that Lucky has to consider long, cat, and mid, but now, ooh, one spotted, and that changes things a little bit. Zershin has a smoke, but you can see that he wants to hold on to it for as long as possible.
But if they put that down on CT, Lucky is so out of this position.
Lucky's got to go so far to clear out long, and they're second-guessing themselves. Are they thinking that Lucky maybe pushed long? It feels like that's the case, and he's still here watching this. But he's on this patrol timing.
Yep.
And it's almost too late to go long, so he's really thinking about Cat. Oh, that's just beautiful. That's not Lucky at all.
Yeah.
That's pure skill.
2-tap. Man, that's essentially 4 one-tap kills coming through from 3D Max in this pistol. And that's not to say that in this pistol, MOUZ looked bad. They looked rough in the first pistol. This time, 3D Max just powered up.
I think we're seeing a pretty high-level game overall with the moves, but like 3D Max aim across all their players is really shining through. I mean, that's filthy, because if he doesn't get both, it's a 1v1 that's T favored. If he gets neither, it's definitely a T round.
No, I like the way MOUZ took Catwalk instead, because it just means knowing there's a B player, there's nothing he can do to shoot at you. At least that way, worst case, you trade out Lucky. But no, sir. Denied any sense of an entry up that Catwalk.
And it was, I think, because he didn't reveal himself to mid-B, which he may or may not have done by accident, but positioning towards Cat like that was just great. And now we've got a Goose player versus the exec. Good chances to deny any kind of bomb plant.
.3D Max with no SMGs here. Want to just extend the distance between them in the attack. A little bit labored. Lucky, though, still gets his damage in. Him and Maka combining for the stoppage of all these pistols, making sure no bomb can be planted. And MOUZ were always desperate to get a single kill in this round. There's still a world where Zershin can catch you off guard. Will they consider that he is in their spawn? Just hoping to blindside somebody. Yeah, there it is. Catches Lucky, trades out. So you will take one FAMAS off of the round of 3D Max, but I think they'll be happy they are 4 rounds from victory on their map pick.
Definitely troubling spot here for MOUZ. The nightmare hasn't ended yet for PR.
A reminder that you can always live trade the game on Poly Market, as slowly but surely the prediction leans further to 3D Max's favor.
I do think there's no reason for PR to, have a terrible T side overall. But I think one more one-tap and he'll stop believing that he can hit any shots.
Just doesn't really get a fair fight towards long at the start of this. Has to rejoin the pack and follow bomb towards tunnels.
This is starting to feel like when Zway joined Spirit. They stuck him in B same way.
Right. Which means...
Gotta give it time, yeah.
Which means PR will eliminate Falcons from the next major. Because that remains Zway's greatest Spirit accomplishment. That B-site dominance.
Oh, I love this setup.
In Budapest. Tapping away with the FAMAS. There is an answer back, though. MOUZ just peeled a player off middle with Lucky dying at the hands of Zershin. Torzi's going to get away with the jump. And now that 10 HP of Zershin could be problematic unless he goes hidden back around through tunnels. He's going to hear this stomping down towards middle. It's such a tough decision for Xerxin. Yeah, you know where they're coming in from, but you've got 10 health. You could throw away the man advantage.
He listened for this.
Or instead, he'll try to play the slow burn flank back behind them. They have not considered that he played those tunnels. He opts not to pull the trigger. Getting closer now, a grenade in the hand. He tries to target select perfectly, but Maka's able to respond quick enough, and Torzi's got another headshot off the rifle. Torzi is the reason MOUZ remain competitive in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Xerxin also plays his role really well right there with 10 HP. Times the flank, takes a small risk, as you should, and I thought maybe he could screw it up, not even get a single kill. Nearly gets both. Very, very good play here to make sure that Torzi had an easy shot. With the door smoke, this is free.
Nice! Nice! Nice!
Now they're definitely in business. Wow, Maka and Masuda, $4,500 and $4,900.
Right.
No money spent on this round.
Not a dime?
This is a team that's thinking about winning the game. But yeah, not a dime.
Nothing?
Guess they said if we all stack B, no one should be throwing util anyway. But I mean, with the way that MOUZ are playing, I expect them to completely avoid this. They've been scouting, working a default. I think the only way they actually walk into B is if they're just scared, essentially. Yeah, there's no long players, as PR has found out for him. And 3D Max will also get the hint.
What are you going to do about it, though? You haven't spent a dime.
Yeah, it's actually just to them more important they don't give any more extra money over to MOUZ and think about the next round.
Bomb has been planted.
I feel like Xerxin and Torzi are going to be looking to farm this multi-frag moment. Yes, sir. Xerxin gets the edge with the third. Rack up the stats on the two players already top-heavy for the MOUZ camp. They are tit for tat at 16 kills apiece.
Got some asymmetrical money here. Lots of, Maka gets his op as his full buy-in. Kersey still can only get a FAMAS.
Bit of change to spare for Masuda. But 3D Max took a knee in the last round to get back here. First W. Mac has yet to win a map against MOUZ in his career. 0-8.
Damn.
Fast play, out long. Good trade from PR, but while blinded, will not get given a chance to retreat. Graviti hot on the heels of this opening move. And so man advantage earned by 3D Max, offered up by MOUZ with that instant clash through long doors.
They're looking for the full commitment. Bomb's still here at long, which is insanely risky. Graviti did something tricky, shot some bullets, but he didn't reload.
Perfect.
So Torzi doesn't even bother clearing it. They smoke behind him, and they walk into their death.
Maka confirms Spinks is out, sees him trying to bridge the gap to that bomb site. Doesn't have the bomb, of course. That belongs to Graviti out on long. He'll burn Maka to a crisp at least, and I don't think anybody's going to reach that op in time, so you actually shave a bit more money off. Yeah, Kersey goes from a FAMAS to a Galil. The Graviti emerging through that smoke to chase out PR, and then this really clean reposition. Kept himself secret. And it works out wonderfully. It is 3D Max to the 10-7 lead.
You see them still making plays like that. Now we're still interested. 3D Max coming forward with that aggression, thereby only improves. MOUZ spend down to their bottom dollar. This was like the moment in the first half where they just in time broke back in.
Right.
They need to do that again just to have a chance.
That's effectively the first time 3D Max have stopped MOUZ's guns.
So it's an interesting time to pause actually for 3D Max because it's such a critical moment for MOUZ. I would have actually been more concerned about giving them a chance to speak.
Especially knowing that literally in the first
Plus,
half.
you're on CT side. How hard could it be?
Right, just, you know. You should already know. Letting Cyclone have a word is what got them back into the first half as well. So 3D Max give that pause over. Don't force Cyclone to use his last.
Oh, I swear he saw that. Oh my goodness, that was close. Tricky smoke.
Maka thinking about going back in. Just waiting as it goes on cycle. Kersey's got a challenge. He hits the headshot, but remember, that was a Galil he picked up from the last round. Spinks didn't have an AK for him to rob. So the lesser rifle comes back to haunt him.
They're trying to make sure not to show too many grenades here versus this mid-B crossing. MOUZ are hoping to an Alyssa reaction to give him some info, because they want any reason to pick a site right now. And B is that answer.
It's an approach through the tunnels with Masuda solo towards that bomb site.
They must have heard that dismantlement on Cat of the boost, but I don't think totally clear about it.
The 3D Max make a move to clear this out themselves. They could attack the flank of Xerxin out through middle, but I mean, look how clear of a run out tunnels is going to be for MOUZ. Masuda of two mines at the moment still has no help. I mean, 3D Max haven't moved a muscle on this catwalk.
Oh, he's got to call for help now.
Masuda's got to get them activated. He's going to be
No, he dies. Oh my goodness.
Xerxin whips it back around on 9 HP. At least Graviti will clear that out, but there's nothing you're going to do about stopping them from hitting that B bomb site, and tunnels is still maintained by Torji.
That's unfortunate.
Tough stuff to stomach if you're 3D Max. A little delayed to the play. MOUZ, no hesitation to sink their teeth deep into the B site. They do to 3D Max what was done to them, and B site has seen so much action tonight via both attacks.
I do think that took some confident calling still out of Xerxin, so I want to give him credit for that. And even if Masuda gets this kill, it's still a player advantage. Or it's still, you know, the site to get taken.
They did see him.
They did see him, right? Yeah. Didn't respond to that. Bullets 5 through 8.
But let's first bully mid a bit, Adrian. Yeah.
It might have been a free 12 rounds straight right there from 3D Max if they had won that one, and now they've let MOUZ back in.
And they put all of their own CT money on the line. MOUZ have earned a chance back into this game.
Yeah, they're using the same tactic. It wasn't spotted last round. I mean, they didn't see anything. MOUZ would have absolutely walked into that, and I really don't think they ever found out about it. Oh my goodness, right when they give it up.
Kersey doesn't want to be the first victim again.
To be fair, when mid-smoked and you can't hold that cat cross, there's always a risk they run up on you that way, but the smoke, I mean... I think the problem is they had their own smoke that was going to expire, and so that was on a clock.
Trying to get contact here as it will be Kersey popped again, this time by PR. 5th kill of the map for PR. Trying to find his slot on the attack.
Graviti making a move.
Yeah, but it's being held not by one, 2 players of MOUZ on the other side of this doorway. Will his extension pay off? There's a third, and he shuts down one and gets half of the damage on the next. Now suddenly big pressure here for Lucky. Mid player caught off. Maka dead with nothing. Lucky tries to strike, but there's an additional rifler tucked in behind blue, and Spinks can take his sweet time while that bomb sprints to the opposite side of the map. They are simply going to avoid Lucky. However, Spinks gives him an exit route.
Now the bomb has not been planted yet. Now, he's miles away from this, but it's only 2 players left over. It's another lurky situation here for Xerxin, and he hasn't made any foolish moves when he is one of the 2. So another moment here for MOUZ. This is a very strong round, and I go back to it. It looks unlucky actually that they give up the boost, but if you look at it from MOUZ's perspective, they only give up this boost when their smoke is going away. They had a moment where they said, okay, here's when we're actually getting off of this, and we're going to transition, and MOUZ waited out that entire time. What's worse for them is this time it gets spotted and they give it up. They don't get a kill with it.
Yeah, it's like if MOUZ already had this sneaking suspicion that it could be a possibility, now you know exactly what they're up to.
Because you'll see people boost on the other side of Cat by the corner and hold lower, and it's a little safer, and your rifler underneath has a nice angle versus Cat. But when you're both on the left side, you're in jeopardy of everyone just getting killed and you getting nothing out of it. So, again, just credit to MOUZ for being careful.
Not falling victim to the small details. You know, I felt as though when MOUZ started their season, first map we saw out of them in this round where Lucky is the only player with an AK, first half we saw out of MOUZ was so slow and overly cautious. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the T side of Dust2 as well. And we thought, oh, maybe it's just about trying to get PR into the system, getting him comfortable, etc. But there's method to the madness. As now that MOUZ are looking to get tested by what was a very hot-handed looking 3D Max, their pistol ability, clean indication of how sharp they're shooting tonight. And again, a team that has tricky ideas. That lucky AK-47, a part of this setup, takes PR down to 17 health, and Kersey's nade is gonna find him. Man advantage momentarily here by 3D Max. Now suddenly, second rifle grabbed. They're dropping util. It feels like they really want to commit to this, but remember there's players right on the other side. Oh, but they missed the jump. Does anybody spray through? AK off the top. Lucky hits the headshot.
Sphinx now, he has to come in.
He's looking to activate catchbacks in that CT spawn. Sure enough, clears out Maka. Looking to get a second player down. He will. Then the response. Kersey collects.
Bomb's still not planted. It's out in the open.
This is potentially the first big mistake by MOUZ.
Look at this flank from Graviti.
But what's he going to arrive with? A 3 health USP. And he just starts firing instantly, sets up the distraction. Car kit player misses. And Zelex looks to rebound as Kersey's AK finds a third. This is what was grabbed off the ground. Oh, a chance at a fourth. Zelex, half health, now has to plant. Kersey goes over top. Oh, the peek to the left side, and he's got it. A picked up AK with no Kevlar. Kersey extends their lead.
That's a scary moment for him, but I feel like Zelex has to fake again in that spot, knowing exactly where Kersey is. He has to drop off and go into CT spawn to get cover. And in that moment, he had a high-low advantage, and Zelex thought he'd have that extra moment, but instead, it's a 4K from Kersey, 11 now for 3D Max, and an actual chance again to bring this home. They bring it with a tempo after saving. They didn't have a single, didn't have any upgraded pistols.
No,
they stole this AK.
And the frag grenade that I didn't see at the start of the round, but Kersey just dunks it on the low health player, grabs the AK, and moves it back.
Oh my goodness.
Lucky, the only AK opened up damage.
A single dollar go into that round.
Well, the frag grenade.
But did he pick it up with the AK?
Oh, right. I'm not sure. I just saw the rifle and thought, uh-oh. MOUZ. You could feel that one slowly brewing on their approach. And in a lot of other rounds, it felt like MOUZ had that extra layer of caution. This time, if I'm not mistaken, even with that jump over.
B-Trams, what are the odds of winning a 5 USP round with no investment?
Well, they saved one AK to start.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, there was a save last round from Lucky.
Okay.
He did the damage that allowed the nade to get the kill. Second AK grabbed.
And this is going to be expensive for MOUZ, but it's still serviceable. It's a very good buy. Everything they need. But you got to think with this one goes the game.
That's a jolt of energy for 3D Max. And a round they have no business winning. Keep it calm, keep it clean, close out. Zershin looks to test the waters without really announcing his approach, but doesn't catch contact. And now Maka inching closer towards him as we get this MOUZ fallback from Cat.
Insane approach there from Maka. I'm not sure how much farther he's getting, but... Okay. They're all readying the extremities, but if you do this, you get everyone a little tied up, and the B players can get isolated. Good chance at the split. Want to call it's a good call from MOUZ.
Oh, Masuda's within them, but still Zelex catches the jump up. No way. Masuda's got his barrel pressed to the back of MOUZ's head.
My goodness.
And the mid-door walk-up catches him without impact. Masuda, I mean, oh, that's a gut-wrenching moment. To have the last round go your way, to fall victim to that.
No, I thought this would be the round we found out if it's MOUZ who have gotten lucky or if it's 3D Max. And I think for 3D Max, they found 3 close shaves in these last rifles, but at the same time, going B in that spot was the right thing to do. There was no one in spawn to take advantage of any nade breaking open a smoke. There was no one boosted up to punish them as they were getting to the doors. And so, unbeknownst to 3D Max, there were no timings to catch them.
Oh, this is going to hurt to watch back.
Oh, wild.
As Spinks is climbing into him, he doesn't even see it.
Yeah.
And then he tries to go one over.
Oh my goodness, as they're splitting mid, and just got to walk that one off.
I mean, that jump up costs him. You've already got the headshot angle to
you
duel
have the
towards
headshot
door.
angle. That's why I don't want to call it unlucky, because
Yep.
it was a spot where he actually could have chilled, but
And the shot on Spinks point blank is his, but now 3D Max feeling a little riled up, like they want to fight for this 12th one. And they'll give Xerxin something to think about with that nade perfectly placed. They're on the fallback already. Not looking to hang around in lower tunnels, but it is a good way to elicit this utility usage. You've got MOUZ burning nades on the approach because they're worried that there's players floating around middle. And funnily enough, after MOUZ never went for the 3B lean 3D Max.
Right in front of the setup smoke.
They'll make it happen, and they'll go to try to duel with Spinks, who's holding his own with a little bit of damage, but it is Masuda to make up for it. Simultaneous walkout middle here by Zelex through the T smoke.
I mean, Zelex could just get killed right here. I mean, surely they're going to be worried about this.
He whips back around, that smoke grenade in the doors. Not enough of a fake to have 3D Max off guard, but there's a second player out in that cubby that does almost catch them off guard. Still, by the time he looks to strike, Xerxin 50 HP in a 2 versus 5. Bomb is starting to make its move up catwalk. Lucky could get caught awkwardly, but a missed jump here from Torzy. Things are falling apart at the seams for MOUZ, and it looks like 3D Max have guaranteed themselves 2 map points.
Oh, bit of a mess at the final hour. Now it's just the captain here of MOUZ alone in a 1-on-5. Unfortunately thinking, how do I save? He's going to try to carve his way out of the situation because every dollar counts. But it looks like he might be walking the wrong way.
They really want to deny this AK, and there's a reason why. $2,000 left on Xerxin after that death. 3D Max, even just starting this round with a more aggressive, different look towards middle, had MOUZ, I feel like, scratching their head for a second.
Well, you know what I love about it? First of all, they get the little util damage to begin with, but they have a second plan. Sometimes when you give up a really aggressive position, you're left with no space at all and a really boring looking map, and it's still only a minute 30. But instead, they've already using their players who are pushing out mid to re-push into tunnels while they have a third player in the site. So even when Zelex walks out mid, they're very comfortable to approach that with 2 players. They only needed 1 because they caught the timing, but this is one moment in this CT half where I feel like 3D Max totally outcalled MOUZ.
Just a dash of flair in round 22 to secure that 12th round. And sure enough, denying that save last round means Xerxin has nothing but a Tech 9 and a couple nades in the 23rd. Real limitation on MOUZ. Will 3D Max have the nerve to make more opening moves?
It's one of those things where it's in their personality. You want to see them commit to it.
It has secured you 2 chances to shut down Dust2. Xerxin ahead of the grenade secures lower tunnels control. They know that there's no push from 3D Max this time around. That nade, though, thrown by Catwalk means Lucky was here moments ago, but now Zelex is already ahead of the utility, and it feels like MOUZ are getting away with space, but this is big. A Maka op pickup through the long doors. PR could potentially end this map 6 and 16. Maka quickly shifts that op's attention back towards the bomb site, just looking to play around smoke
trying to
here.
draw for Spinks, but Spinks is being held.
Graviti looks to lock in that long doorway. Him versus Spinks, shadow advantage Graviti. He jumps the gun. MOUZ still not making that move up the catwalk, but now Spinks down to a quarter HP. 3D Max are damn near entirely out of grenades. A single flash left over with 40 seconds.
I mean, I don't think they have anything to worry about. They've got enough players here on the A site. MOUZ know that. They're going to have to brute force the situation.
Easy. Drop down from Xerxin, gets caught by Kersey. He's then going to lose mid control. It's Torsi to try to break through. Single B site defender in Masuda. And he just wants to keep his head tucked. He's going to let them trickle down in through the window, but now he's giving them sight. At least he takes one frag back. Zelex missed jump, gets his kill at least, 30 health. And that bomb has to get scooped up in the middle of this 15-second clutch. And he's going to commit to it as the door push goes wide. 3D Max right here for the taking. They will shut down Dust2. They fight their way back into this map, get MOUZ off tilt, and from there secure their map pick. A big victory for 3D Max as we painted this series as MOUZ entering Malta as challengers. Now they're going to have to show that they've got the nerve to rebound in this series.
Yeah, that's about as good as you could ask for out of 3D Max. I mean, they win with all those USPs. They're in a situation where they have to complete the win, but they play to win, and that's how they do it on CT side.
To that B bomb site, and when push came to shove and MOUZ's rebound felt real, they threw a wrench at MOUZ, catch him off guard with an upset win, and sure enough, sit pretty on top of Dust2. So again, looking to supersede the stats, looking to find a nuke win in their first outing on the map in months. It's a tough ask for 3D Max, but it's a good test for MOUZ.
Yeah, I mean, they probably knew this was coming, so there is that at the very least, but it doesn't change the fact that MOUZ are going to be super happy to take him down, or at least attempt to. I think a little bit of form stands in their way, but preparation can make up for that. Let's find out why 3D Max suck at nuke.
Spinks full blind, gets into main. Ooh, these Berettas. Yo, let him rip.
Get a trade, though.
Maka with the headshots, and no response out of MOUZ.
Oh,
It
no.
is another dominating pistol victory here for 3D Max. Make it 3 of 3.
I think they forgot to put real ammo in those guns. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, little rubber bullets for those Glocks.
Yeah. Pistol stats like that can make all the difference, obviously. Now, normally you look at a 0% win rate and you go, okay, but on the maps they lost, they, you know, it was 11-13 to Vitality, overtime versus
sure.
Falcons.
What are we saying
We're
here?
talking about a 0-4 scoreline, 3 single-digit losses to Wazowski,
Mike
Wazowski, Gentlemates, and Heroic.
I'm
and then
watching you, Wazowski.
a 13-11 loss to Liquid as well. Very poor in both halves. So basically everything needs to change
Today,
for something to give.
right now.
We can put it this way. This would be an all-out embarrassment for MOUZ to lose this map. And if you and that would just be on the basis of the scoreline. For us watching, we might see that 3D Max brought, you know, generous amount of preparation to the map and actually anticipated it coming through and
Sure.
want to show that this is now not a part of the map pool you can bully them in.
Masuda just tucks tail.
A little uncomfortable. He doesn't have his, oh my, I can't believe he gets out of there, but it
Here's
is
that
just Glocks.
Glock storm coming his way.
Oh, it doesn't
Ooh,
even,
nothing.
yeah, that's a little.
Multiple bodies, though, on the scene. That is, however, a FAMAS offer overed. Xerxin dies right after to Kersey. Oh, but then the Glocks find him. No way, don't
They're
you
about to
dare.
win with just Glocks.
This was 5 Glocks at the start of the round. Now, nobody's picked up that one FAMAS just yet. But there's not even a kit here for the play. 3D Max didn't even anticipate having to go for this retake.
Who would have thought? Oh my goodness, they're.
Oh, no. Oh, they're going to walk away.
Okay, no, Mac is walking at this, but dude, 10 seconds, you
Yep.
gotta get going. No, they're leaving. It's a five Glock win. 5 Glocks.
Well, that's you know, kind of getting him back for the 4 USP 1 AK round back on Dust 2. But the problem is it happens immediately after your pistol.
It's funny because Masuda would play ramp when he played on Vitality as well.
Yeah. They did cut him.
That wasn't one of the problem positions, actually. It's been like 5 years now, but it was partially very awkward for Masuda, but also very weird to not have. This is a Glock round. You have no one playing fast rotation or ramp. You have no one coming in turnpike to catch them. I was looking at him fall back the first time. I was like, okay, but he's still alive. Someone might come help. He doesn't even know that someone's going to come help, so he tries to move and gets into the site. That obviously looks awkward. It's incredible he gets away. And honestly, it's even more incredible that even though he gets away, they still win.
A Xertion standing chirp.
Yeah.
Can't say I've ever seen that.
I mean, 5 Glocks. That's a rare sight. I don't know if it's rarer than 5 USPs, but it's, I want to say probably. Because you're talking about Glocks versus armor versus USPs versus armor.
You know, I hadn't put it together just yet, but Xertion's kind of on an apex arc from in-game, from entry fragger to in-game leader. If he starts
just putting that together,
he starts chirping him this way, then he's really inspired.
True.
Graviti and Lucky still picking up 2 kills because that M4 is out there on the field. Ooh, Maka catches you off. That burst inside of the bomb site takes the edge away. Oh, and they win it. Right back, giving them a taste of their own medicine. Yes, working with a little more. Somebody please stand up.
I don't think Xertion's going to try that again for a few rounds. That's...
Oh, no way.
There's no way to tell exactly who's playing well right now based on these last 3 rounds.
Look, you had M4s. It's not as big of an upset as it was the MOUZ Glocks. But Maka finding value on that hit. MOUZ just try to think they can storm the gates of the A sites, and they pay the price.
Maka with the 6-0 start and the op. He's on top of the world.
Oh, he stood up. He never stands up. Tech9 flushed back by the lobby push. It's going to cost Graviti's head.
It's crazy. So Spinks, like, worst position ever. Just always gets that last headshot. Didn't even have a really great map back on Dust 2, but like all the most clutch kills. But this is where, you know, if you're already rough on Nuke, this is where it gets even worse versus a team like MOUZ. They're going to be very comfortable. Split timing is crazy important. Zelix doesn't break in. I was thinking, is that a little early? But they don't have that much coming into this buy.
There goes the AK, though. Oh, that's going to help. PR hits the Deeg shot, but Masuda's also here in heaven. You'd think this timing does not get predicted, but... Yo! Torzi recovers.
A scout.
Under pressure from the AK spray. Hits the headshot. Xertion lurks around the smoke to find Lucky. And now Maka's going to have big impact on that A site again, but with the op upgrade he went for at the start of the round, you know he doesn't want to lose that.
If Xertion stands up again, I'm going to be in tears.
Please.
Come on. That would be really funny.
Okay, so it's going to be like this, huh? Nuke is...
Couldn't have predicted this.
That's kind of a sloppy start.
Yeah. This one's almost a little unlucky, too. Torzi hitting that shot. Spray's not that good.
Even with the element of surprise on the timing.
Yeah, it wasn't like some huge positional thing. No, don't want it. No, no AK.
I think PR picked it up.
It's right there on the screen.
Oh. I was looking at my screen.
Why don't you look at our screens?
Because this one's mine.
Oops. Nice shot, PR. Damn.
Oh, it's a... Oh, yeah, there it is.
Nice shot on him, bro. You fucking doing him. Goddamn.
God damn.
Zelix from Texas. All right, who's going to win this round? Maka still got an op. They're gonna walk right into him too. Oh boy.
He's on the run.
Yeah, he's got the right idea. Took all that damage, but honestly needed to get out of there.
This tucked in committed corner from Lucky. And he's got a teammate. Oh, the pinch is good.
Okay, who's gonna win this round?
Man.
It's more surprising to see this out of MOUZ, you know?
True. Yeah, I think if you're 3D Max, I mean,
just like, okay, I knew this was gonna be hard.
Right. If you're expected to lose Nuke anyways,
Like
might as well get into this kind of sketchy, sloppy duel at the beginning of it, and hey, maybe it opens a door where you can break MOUZ's economy, get enough CT sides, and hope that MOUZ are just kind of off their game tonight.
What's actually hilarious about their 0-4 Nuke, 62% of pistols. The single-digit losses.
PR announces himself. Oh,
yay.
The Molotov thrown by PR gets Maka into an awkward moment. Ladder player's dead. Torzy's going to be preoccupied. It's kind of hard for him to get into the sight hit now. Kersey's D goes off, but it's behind the vent. The MP9 looks to swing. Made awkward by the flashes. Spinks puts that in the back of sight, and Graviti has to let it go.
That's a great round out of PR.
Yes, sir. And just MOUZ kind of slicing through the very real looming threats that 3D Max had this round, right? They were pretty well equipped. They had that pistol crossfire net them a 5v3, but from that 5v3, no further kills to 3D Max.
And I think stylistically, it's going to be a great idea for MOUZ to keep trying to put pressure on the outside wrap instead of just going for standard stuff. Like, take advantage of early vents, taking hell control, because this is where the communication becomes the hardest for the CT side, and that's where certainly 3D Max are going to have the least, you know, rounds where they remember they've recovered. Obviously, when you've got no wins on it. If a team's rough at Nuke, it's usually because of rotations. That was a moment for Maka. I wonder if he could have dived forward into secret above the stairs.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, it looks like he could have got away with it, but I feel like in that moment you think you hit that shot sort of deal.
Yeah, maybe. Unfortunate. That's his first death.
Now Masuda's going to have to be the hero. He is up above Hut, I believe. Yeah. Sitting on top of all these pistoling teammates. But we've already seen MOUZ run into this A site and kind of get crunched on. Yes, again, multiple rifles in that second round. 99%. Round 2 was just the fourth all-Glock eco win in CS2 Nukes at A+ tier events. 4-2-8-9, 1% win rate. That was a lot to get through.
Wow.
A 1% win rate. Well, how you like them, Apple? It was worth standing up then. I stand up for 1% wins.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good flash.
Damn, that was perfect.
Now there's a Max 10 out here, and the AK's up above Hut, and they're all gonna run out. Oh, Masuda and the pistol gets the first one. But they heard that, right? The AK popped one shot off, so Zelek's concerned, but not enough to not push in with bomb. Oh, he goes for it. Masuda just slides through him. And as you tiptoe up the ladder with your op, you have died to a single AK round again.
Oh man, I feel like Cyclone's gonna scold him a bit for this one.
Oh, that's crazy.
What do you even say about this game so far?
Stinks. In very entertaining ways.
Pronounced Spanks.
Sorry. Quit calling him names.
It's a retake. I said retake.
Well, no retake needed because that bomb doesn't even get planted. 3D Max, just so many players on the site. That flash, I mean, awkward.
Yeah, that was a T-flash in a mini, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Masuda wastes no time. Oh la 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 la. They are indeed French as hell.
I mean, you got to think about how prepared 3D Max would have had to be for this map in this series.
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
they almost certainly knew it was coming.
Yep.
And they knew they were also not promised Dust2.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't shown their full strength yet. But again, the foundation of this team is winning rounds like that. You know, being a little bit tricky when there's not much to work with. Stretching what little they have. And again, that's why we look at this game from MOUZ's POV and go, ooh, I mean, you should just be cleaning these up. And again, with PR coming in, it's not going to be perfect right away.
He's off to a better start here on map 2 than he ever was over on Dust2. That was a real pain point for PR. I almost want to say may have been his worst map in a MOUZ jersey yet. I'll check. Not that he would want me to, but I will.
I think we will see a strength for him when it comes his turn to play ramp, for sure. I think Maui put it well, where, you know, if there's guys on his screen, he is a laser. And he is has a lot of multi-frag potential. A lot more comfort, it looks like, when he plays ramp.
Yeah, by far the worst map he's played so far for MOUZ just happened on Dust2.
You think about PR, though, he does have overlapping strengths with Spinks, I would say. He knows how to walk a flank on time. Super good at catching very difficult kills. Multis when there's, you know, nowhere else you can hide.
T-Smoke there, just trying to make it a little more interesting to give them a potential route to credit card, and it does get a lot of utility as a reaction from 3D Max. They keep those nades up. And another one from Lucky.
Oh, that's amazing.
For the
honestly,
kill.
That's amazing.
Now Masuda's going to be tested towards ramp. Good trade out from Spinks.
Full commitment might be a little unwarranted. There's no rotators. You see how heavily lean this map is. But they fan out pretty nicely, actually. They still have outside control. Like, it's really upstairs. That's totally vacated. But it's also on MOUZ to try to figure that out. This is kind of a wild rotation, though. Yeah, I mean, you've already got two guys down there. You have no idea what's going on upstairs. They've gone upper like 2 or 3 times so far this half.
Oh, and just that difference in 5 seconds of the timing.
And now it's not even their sight.
Oh, they're going to have to go back around lobby.
Which, honestly, once they got caught off, it's just like, at least they'll have something extra out of this. But with no one here, every flank's going to be watched.
Yep.
Teaser in a terrible spot to rotate out. They'll have to come up through secret.
Bomb has been planted.
Ooh. Insertion finds timing, confirms 2 in lobby. Sticks around for only a moment. Wants that op to take the line instead. We'll see if the weapon change-up catches them. Missed shot by Torzi. Big opportunity whiffed. Spinks now dead. It's only the site held onto here by MOUZ. Graviti shooting Torzi makes it weird. And sure enough, the retake comes through from 3D Max. So certainly frazzling MOUZ with that double lobby flank. And there's a world where just Xerxin gets a kill. There's a world where Torzi hits that shot.
I almost feel like they should have, yeah.
But they both missed their chances to take down the numbers to hold on to that bomb site, because if they maintained HUT, things get real problematic for 3D Max. But this sequence of nades, the third one caught off the timing. You saw this player fully exposed. The fourth one just straight up kills the guy.
It's crazy because they're just trying to get vision, but they're getting damage out of it too.
And with that, 3D Max, 4-3 the lead. Tech-9's in hand for MOUZ now. Earning a chance to run away with some free rounds on the other side of this one. It's a big pickup last round. This is your reward.
I definitely don't mind a ramp play here. Masuda has almost never had help, and he's also committed very hard to fighting. It's a good combination for taking it. And Maka's going to start to think about it. Maybe. No, he's going up into heaven. All right, Masuda.
Help is far away. He's dropping fire. Masuda, here's the exit. Goes for the stomp and then walks back in. Missed shot out of Maka. Masuda could be the hero, but he also is a one and done. That is weapons earned. Shadow advantage, but Graviti doesn't pull the trigger. PR is looking to give us an op show as the player in Lucky slips the net into Garage. MOUZ have hit the pause button, hanging around towards Hell. Kersey looking to get active from down beneath, but this position out of Spinks. Is there a world where his teammates get caught off guard? Kersey's no longer considering it. Spinks dismissed the timing.
Way, right? Okay.
He'll recover, thank goodness, here for MOUZ, but now the bomb's cut off. Lucky's got the angle. Spinks is gonna have to come help out this op, and PR's just gonna slot in to the locker room and wait.
Lucky's looking for a timing.
He's looking to throw the bomb, and as he does so, they line up! Lucky sprays through both!
Oh, that was a mess. They threw the bomb and double swung.
Ay, ay, ay. A round for MOUZ that could have been. They get the entries. They've got two defenders who had better weapons with only one kill between them. Man advantage for MOUZ.
And this is just not a great ramp situation again. I mean, Maka missed a shot. He's there in time, which is nice to see. But then Masuda comes back, full commits again, dies 1 for 1. That was just messy, man.
Tempo's on.
For Lucky.
Oh, now Graviti feeling the game. Goes for an aggressive start. Earns a 5v4. It's all in MOUZ once more.
Whoa.
Maka finds timing on the blinded op shot. And now they're going to test those smokes for the cross again. MOUZ are just trying to scramble for secret control. Something outside. Peek off of the red box, but you've got two players layered in front of the op. And so Kersey cleans house. Zershin tiptoes into his death, and 3D Max, one of their cleanest rounds yet, sweep guns under the rug and have a 6-3 lead secured with the money of MOUZ in the dumps.
It's an absolutely insane start to this game. I mean, out of both teams, but the fact that it's 3D Max as the ones peeling away is the most surprising thing of all. Early peak here for PR. It's a finicky flash. It goes so high, it's like an after image, so you know you can't just wait a long time, but it's synced up to the up perfectly in favor of 3D Max.
With pace towards ramp once more.
I mean, again, I don't mind them trying this.
Maka preoccupied outside. Did they pull the trigger? Again, you catch him changing guns. Fully blinded. They've known about his position. He will clean up PR. 3 more where the first one came from, and he will tap them out of this. Easy does it. Masuda eludes death, and Torzi waits for a chance to tap that Tech 9. He'll find the headshot, but by that time, Kersey goes for that full lobby wrap, and 3D Max will dispatch of MOUZ's attempt to take over ramp this time.
I mean, at what point does full tilt come into play here for MOUZ? It's not something you ever see, really, with them. You see them get frustrated, but again, one of the teams that's really good at playing from behind, but looks like some golden chances have been lost. Alex will try to make a meal of this. Ladder boosted, and 7-3 now for 3D Max. Again, you can't be completely happy about the way that some of these positions are being played, and if I'm MOUZ, like, going ramp makes sense over and over again. But at the end of the day, if you can't punish these really good openers, it doesn't matter. And it's MOUZ flying through their timeouts.
We have seen MOUZ shift gears so far during Bounty when they do switch sides. And maybe a fresh start on the defense will bode well for their chances of making this ground up versus 3D Max. But you still got 2 rounds left in this half where it can't help but feel like 3D Max remain in control. We got Size from the in-game leader of MOUZ now.
Oh, yeah, I'd be so frustrated.
They know they've got their work set out for them on their map pick just to try and get to Inferno.
aggressive openings. That's what 3D Max do.
Oh, what are you doing?
No.
Spinning the butterfly, Spinks tries to recover this, and he will. Into the site he goes for the double kill. Fast flank, and Torzy's got the headshot. Ooh, that would have been a rough one, and it could still get weird. You've got Kersey inside Squeaky. Now, they seem worried, but they look towards heaven, and Spinks is going to get cut down for his efforts. Lobby maintained twice by Torzy. Pushes Lucky to the clutch, and he doesn't seem to want anything to do with that. Imagine if that whole round fell apart by PR.
I mean, I don't know, but it seemed like he jumped out because Spinks had already gotten across the site.
Spinks and Kersey, I believe, crossed paths on Squeaky.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that could have happened, I think. We're watching PR spin a knife, but...
I think for him, it's if Spinks is out here, it doesn't even matter. If there's someone in hut, they're dead, so...
Still sketchy. So good on MOUZ. We go back to Dust2. It was a top-heavy Torzy and Xertion performance. Spinks tries to make up for the slack. Left out there for Nuke. Big double kill. Same for Torzy. Two separate untradeable spots for MOUZ with him controlling lobby. And he collects both. 4 rounds on the T side for MOUZ, guaranteed. Would have wanted more, could have had more.
In the end, I think they'll be okay with 5 rounds. Won't be a half they'll keep on their mind, but
just makes me nervous knowing they've still also yet to win a pistol.
Yeah.
Putting a lot of weight on that first round of the second half. And that's even if they get this 5th. Nice shot,
such a good job with that.
Times it to perfection. Kersey to test those squeaky corners once more. It's him and Spinks. MOUZ off the back foot, do still have a player outside, and right now nobody's holding for it, barring the main entrance, but that's what's freed them up to have 3 players heavy on this A site. Maka misses his chance at a second, but does activate Kersey from inside the corner, and he's gonna land both headshots. There's that late main activation.
Yikes.
Torzy 1v5 in the final round of the attack. 3D Max don't waste their chances. They throw more bodies on that A site, and with Maka's missed op shot, it is the Riflers to extend in front of him and to shut MOUZ down. As they were just looking to jostle for position, they get cut down to size on the approach. 3D Max happy to just swing wide and end this in 8-4 CT side that the French team should be proud of.
We have a few Maltese words on flashcards. If you give it your best shot, go through these one by one and try and guess how it's pronounced. Have a little guess as to what you think it might mean.
I shall pressure. Huh? Birkirkara.
Birkirkara.
I have no clue. Maybe it's something related to weather, maybe?
It's a place, one of the largest places here in Malta.
Ah, no chance.
Okay, then the next word is...
Next one is this.
Zurich.
Zurich.
No?
Zurich.
Zurich, okay. It might be a place as well.
It's a city near the sea.
Next word.
Well, it's getting tough.
Algiotta.
It will be like Aliotta. I think like it's probably like some city or like...
The meaning?
It's a fish soup.
It's a fish soup. No.
Fish soup?
Imkaret. The Q is not...
It's a
Oh, yeah.
For me seems like it's some like dish.
It's like it's a pastry. It's a sweet pastry with
Pastry. Gigi Poku. Gigi?
Gigi Foku or Chief Chivoku?
Chief Chifoku? Wow.
I have no chance.
It's fireworks which are put on the streets.
Firebox. Chief Chivoku.
Chichipoku.
Okay. The last one.
So, Kicha. Is it right? No.
Will be like Kuchiya.
Uchiya.
Uchiya. Ah. J is not
C with the dot is a ch.
chair.
I think it's some dish, sort of dish.
That's when a baby has his first birthday. He's got a few things like a ruler, pencil.
It's like a tradition.
It's like a tradition.
Okay.
Whatever he grabs is what he'll become in the future.
Computer mouse
Yeah.
or computer.
.3D Max hit the ground running in Malta with a very tantalizing opportunity in front of them for a team that has not played a game of Nuke in 3 months. Well, Mo, they're sitting pretty 8-4 above MOUZ.
There's all kinds of crazy things about that half. You'd have to watch it back to get the full context, but it looked like MOUZ were going to take this one away, and 3D Max, they just got better when times got harder.
Also, this series features 0 MOUZ pistol round wins. This has to be the difference. Spinks doesn't stop that vent drop. You've got a player downstairs. There's also nobody inside of the ramp room to stop that bomb to head downstairs.
That's
CTs.
2 out of 3 ways downstairs.
Brother, all they've got is now the 2 players into the vent. Oh, okay, that's a quick clear at least. Over towards control. PR is going to be swarmed by 3, and he doesn't get a frag. Spinks will. The Berettas sing for 2. We go man advantage MOUZ momentarily. Fight upstairs. Maka drops. Zershin kills himself.
Never do that.
Unbelievable, but the bomb's got to be picked back up, and Maka's now got the gush. He kills Torji. Zelex is given a duel as maybe Maka oversteps in the heat of the moment. Graviti was not nearby to trade. Critical duel. It's in the open, and Zelex will give MOUZ what they need.
Because 5 is the best number, and MOUZ needed that.
Whew. Zershin kills himself.
Never take the coward's way out. How did he even do it? Oh, that could have mattered. All I have to think about, it didn't matter. MOUZ win a pistol.
MOUZ win a pistol. Rounds on the scoreboard. Deagle for Maka and Graviti. Glocks for the core. MOUZ in multiple timeouts in that first half. You heard Cyclone, you heard Zershin talking about the strength of the CT side. We'll get there. It's fine. It's our side. Put pen to paper. This triple MP9 situation has SMGs on that A floor. Flash and a check from Zershin. He sees presence outer. Oh my god, the Glock dinks from Kersey. Sets up Graviti for 1 at least. But with both the Desert Eagles now on the ground, all should be smooth sailing for MOUZ. Yeah, confidently gonna gun him down and keep 4 players up. Spinks with the triple. MOUZ 2 rounds from tying this game.
Man, Zelex winning that pistol might be the memory of the map here for MOUZ. Just makes this series so much more real. Torzi goes instantly into an op. And we'll have to see about this 3D Max T side, because as many doubts as we would have had about this map, their CT side is still better than what we've seen from them on T side. That's natural, obviously. But I guess the question is for MOUZ, like, what have 3D Max brought into this map you know, to be ready to play it, because again, there'd be no doubt they would have brought in new stuff. It's also a question of will the rubber meet the road, because they've got to try it in officials now.
If you haven't won this map in 3 months, you better be trying new stuff. Zelex looks to stuff them, and first kill's clean, second just as good. A ton of damage on the follow-up as well. Talk about value out of that SMG. Ooh, yeah, okay. Rock solid by Zelex from the pistol clutch to that 2K plus damage. That is 3D Max turned out the door the way they came.
And there's no bomb plants in these last 3 rounds out of 3D Max 2. That'll slow them down. They'll come through with a light investment.
Surely that's such a sigh of relief for MOUZ to win the first gun round, but to do it with still the majority SMGs to get even more money on top of it.
It's the best way to win those, yeah, for sure.
All of this does indeed hinge on a 1v1 in the pistol. But MOUZ have most certainly made their lives easier to bounce back in this series. We don't get what we had in the first half, which was that messy back and forth. Looking to try this HUD group up again.
See if they time it after a reload here. Smoke's coming up.
T-Flash goes over. Maka's got another. This time they'll try to pounce, and it does find Zelex blind. No way! Double kill entry, that's what they're looking for. 2 flashes to set that up. They pounce on an A site that had bodies within it. And 3D Max on the brink of a robbery. Torji missed off shot. We're down to a single flash for PR to try to make this retake happen. You are kidding.
Wow.
They have done it again.
They did it on the I think they were almost excited to bring in that half by idea. Initial flash, 2 more to catch both players upstairs totally blind.
Oh, this is going to be
all utility.
This is a blemish on the series for MOUZ. It happened on Dust2 at the start of Nuke, and now again, just when we thought MOUZ had control of the situation. Maka's first flash, nobody moves.
Yeah.
That second flash perfectly blinds Zelex. Well-timed snap of the fingers out of 3D Max. They swarm that site.
And they have the trailing flash out of Squeaky at the same time.
Wow. 3 players on that bomb site as well.
Yep. No! Had to kill them all. I mean, just how many disasters can you sustain?
But luckily, it was such a strong start from MOUZ that economically, they can stave that one off. It's an op immediately back in Torji's hands, full grenades, kits and caboodle.
But it's not, it makes up also for the bomb plants though for 3D Max. They win not even fully investing right there.
No, you're a threat across the server. Huge uptick for 3D Max.
I mean, coming through with a lot of set plays is a totally viable way to play Nuke. You can go for your more difficult defaults and try to take heavy control like we saw MOUZ try to do if you want to, but any mistakes on upper in a map where maybe the Ts want to do are heavy on it, like they do 3 or 4 of those on rifle rounds, and your economy is totally screwed, so they have to hold on tight. I was pretty excited to see PR and MOUZ's ramp overall because the rotations are going to be better, and I thought that might be the way that, you know, they guarantee this map. But already we see a vulnerability upstairs.
More set pieces. Torji, oh, dangerous game. Oh, but he'll find it. Graviti blasted out of the round. Torji hoping to be the hero. There's somebody in that smoke. Lucky and Torji.
Oh, you got that. Nice, Torji.
And just like that, 5v3 by Torji and Torji alone.
From the op to the knife. And now PR set up to succeed.
Yeah. Delivers on his end. Looking to make that last round nothing but a blip on the radar. PR with the 2 headshots. You've already got this lobby wraparound in position out of MOUZ. That timeout did not work well for 3D Max. MOUZ right back to looking rock solid. So sure, that last round, scary moment, considering the nature of the start in the first half. The fact that they lost the rounds like that on Dust2, and it made a difference, but Torji decides, to hell with this. Op shot, headshot, inside hut to the vent backstab.
But the job certainly isn't finished. Still enough money to invest again for 3D Max. Still a 1-round lead.
And PR gives us a clean sequence too.
Yeah, look, the comfort here is so much higher.
Interesting. They go for a 2 AK buy. 3D Max still going to give themselves something to work with. I mean, they've won with less,
yeah, I know,
so think of the odds that maybe they still...
He's
brother.
burned to 0.
Holy hell, down to 9 HP to a single Molotov.
Ooh.
You can like Spice, but that's sick. Leg shot on Maka. He's wounded. Torji's nade will finish the job. Good lineup in terms of damage, and Torji is there to deal with Kersey's exit as well. Missed shot on the final blow. Graviti 1v4. 1 kill deep already, but there is a player here towards that single door. Graviti has all the time in the world to make this happen. Zelex swings the single door and then goes for the reposition over towards control.
I mean, a lower plant, it feels like would be impossible if you know there's 3 up.
Oh, what about a vent push? Do it.
Well, actually, he's found the place to plant because it's control side that's been taken over. A real big call out here. And remember, Spinks took 91 damage.
Oh, that's what you're looking for.
Oh, we're getting about haircuts now.
No way. Graviti, this is a 1 versus 4, and he's halfway there. And on top of that, Spinks has put himself on 9 HP. Zershin's hoping to trade, but he has 8 kills this map. Left side, easy. Graviti locked in. Oh, and Zershin brings him back down to earth.
Damn.
On the brink of a huge clutch, MOUZ tie the game instead.
Oh, he had the right read. He played that so damn well. He put some finesse on that. Very nice try, Graviti. Inches away from seeing that second frag he believed was there. But you're right, when they first came into this round, they half buy, even though they could have squeezed a full buy, and they just thought, we have the tactics to pull out rounds like these, and they nearly do it again. Oh, he's just barely missed that. Woo. That would have been a great highlight for him. But it's another 1v1 secured for MOUZ in this half.
Here's the full rifles. 3D Max come in with a bunch of tempo here as the game goes on, trying to change gears, but Zershin catching Graviti, and Kersey slips down through main, insta-kill back, but he doesn't get away. Zershin working with the most minimal margins on those kills.
Yeah, that was not easy.
Big 2K pickup, considering that the chance at getting those frags felt so slim.
I mean, how adventurous do they want to get? They're readying 2 pushes. They're being watched, actually. And now it's kind of dangerous. I mean, I feel like you got to stay inside a hut.
Zershin's going to let him know there was a second player flanking, but he peels away from it. Masuda cautious, but will he expect Zelex this pressed in?
They're going to be hyper aware of this.
Oh, no, man. Ramp player, obviously the information found. Now they're going to wrap into the site, see no resistance whatsoever. Bomb plant goes down for free unless Torji tries.
Oh, he's missed his molly.
No way. This is falling apart again, but there's still a chance to recover. Torji's here now, and that quick peek out from Lucky's got a second to his name.
Oh my goodness.
3D Max will fight, bite, claw their way towards this victory. A 10th round secured.
You want to give out credit and criticism in all these rounds to both of these teams, but for 3D Max, it's so much more impressive that they find a way out. Zershin gets these kills. He drops in a mini. They get a second layer of that attack. And then it's Zelex who makes this move that's like, dude, they just saw a ramp push. This map is now, once you get the kill on the ramp push as well, they're looking for any remnants of that. Clearly aware of something inside of Hut, and that's an advantage totally given away.
After Xertion starts with these,
Yeah, he put
look
in
at
so
the
much
gap
work.
he had.
That kill was great.
Right? Oh, but then
Oh my goodness, a comedy of errors here for MOUZ.
in the same round,
And this is where, even though you only get 4 kills in that previous round, it just becomes very expensive. MOUZ have their back up against the wall again.
yep, gonna have to pull this one off. There's saves on the other side if MOUZ can't find success here and now in round 20. Kersey's looking
reload.
to drop, and sure enough, again, it's Xertion dead, but there's
No
players
way.
here. Kersey 2.5. Fast to get out is lucky. There's the answer from Torji. Great op shots out from heaven. It falls on PR for the clutch.
The bomb.
He'll stop the bomb, but it falls down vent right into Graviti's hands, no?
Yeah. Wait, does he have to go up?
Where did it fall?
Wait, Gravity's going quick at this, and now
gets it.
dropping down.
On the escape, will go back downstairs. This man himself damn near pulled off the 1v4. So what's a 1v1?
He's got a lot of confidence in this position. He immediately grabbed that bomb from upstairs, trying to read this. PR now, who's walking around in mini, has to think about walking down the vents. Graviti can play this from anywhere.
What does he choose to do?
Did he plant backside?
No, he's inching over towards dark.
But did he plant backside?
Yes, he did. The bomb isn't for him.
Oh, he's making a risk.
Oh boy,
He's
Gravity.
making a big risk here. We got a smoke that could come out.
He turns back around. PR's now afforded himself the gap to the site. He's going to clear up above the rafters. Smoke onto the bomb, trying to flush Gravity out, and he does! But he loses the duel! Gravity making up for that one missed step with a 1v1, and he showed bravery. As bomb got dropped, didn't waste a moment. PR thought he'd have time to reposition down towards main. I don't think so.
Oh, big mistake here. Xertion running out of ammo. It's Kersey again, dropping off into mini. It was the second layer last time around.
I thought the bomb fell down
yes,
vent, but
yeah,
it just
he
gets
turned
thrown
around.
out.
That was definitely a bit of a mistake from Lucky, because the bomb's going to drop where you're facing, so he should have just said, okay, you're downstairs, I'm going to at least get this to you.
And here's this next force situation. MOUZ playing with scraps. Couple FAMAS, Scout MP9. Smoke into flash, all they have left already at 1:35.
Insane this could be their first nuke win after 4 losses versus a team like MOUZ. They're letting MOUZ get curious. They pulled the goalie on ramp to try to overstuff other areas of this map. It's definitely good to take a risk if you're on CT side, but they wouldn't take a risk if they didn't have to. They're only doing it because they're broke. MOUZ know it's absolutely possible that 3D Max fumble this.
This is just a scout. Don't let your eyes fool you.
They feel so confident about their upper attack.
Oh, first chance missed by Torji. Player up in the rafters right above. FAMAS is going to catch Gravity off. Then Kersey, who has cracked open this bomb site one too many times, is only able to get a single. Masuda's on the exit. That gets covered off, and MOUZ will maintain. Bodies on the bomb site makes the difference.
That was a great risk that they took. It could have been a ramp hit right there. 3D Max went back to their comfort zone. They believed in their upper pop. Right into the stack.
It's an exchange of kills to start it that sort of forces you in for 3D Max. They think they can trade their way out. And then in the 3v3, they get nothing after. And they've got to crunch the numbers now because 3D Max even worse off than what MOUZ's most recent buy just was.
Yeah, they're the ones who have a round to spare. That's their resource right now, so they've got to let MOUZ mentally get up to 11. This is a round where they're going to try to do something tricky because, I mean, we've seen insane stuff so far this map. Mistakes by both these teams, but honestly, more from MOUZ, which is surprising to say. Surely we won't have to run the odds of 2 Glock rounds in one game getting lost. And Graviti will pick up the Tech 9. Got a Deagle on Lucky. 1 nade on Maka. He's got a smoke as well.
It's been nerve-wracking watching Xerxin get completely caught by those main drops from Kersey.
It's happened a lot.
Kersey making a real name for himself in this potential MOUZ upset.
Surely he'll be aware of his ammo this time around.
The big pistol advantage. They get 1 point. Oh, he just kind of awkwardly turns. Lucky's picked up the Deeg shot, but the Heaven player, ton of damage here for Torji. Still, one too many kills could make this way too weird.
Yeah.
But the cleanup in full effect.
Gonna try to walk over that bomb.
Just doesn't possess the bomb. Zelek's tapping his way through it. PR will find the frag. It's majority alive for MOUZ as they tie up at 11. 3D Max always knew the odds were stacked against them in that round.
Well, this is the fun part of the game where money is not really the problem here.
But as 3D Max get back to guns, do they think that they can still overtake that A site from lobby? You know, they were confident in their A splits, but once more, I think back to Kersey's impact on main when that success happens.
Yeah, they've taken upper other ways, so they kind of have options. I've been pretty surprised at the range that 3D Max have shown so far. They know odds are not in their favor per se.
It's fast util usage out of Lucky. Duel's coming his way. They smoke it off. Oh, Kersey reacts.
Big mistake.
This time Zelek's down with nothing. Spinks at 60 health. He's been found out. They just crash into them again. They pop open the main smoke. Xerxin's on the rebuttal back. Shots whiz by, and they have managed to slip Torzi into lobby. It's not quite being held,
doesn't clear
but it doesn't go around the corner. And now they consider it from the other side. Torzi's position's been found out. And as Maka goes back into it, he's got the edge. Man advantage earned by 3D Max on the brink of a 12th round win.
Oh, desperate moment here. I mean, given a little bit of time, this is instantly a save. And maybe those extra kills they got last round were enough to keep MOUZ low enough to not even attempt this. They do it, and they do it their way. It's the earliest A-pop that we've seen so far.
It's the same way they close Dust2. Push to the brink. They tap back into that 3D Max style. Slam themselves into an A site.
That actually makes it expensive. We're going to be very low on grenades for 3D Max.
Oh, shit. Oh, boy.
2 kills at the end. It's a very nice save. Keeping the gun as well. Zelek's dying once more inside of the hut. It's a great reaction. Spinks was blind for all of, I think, 10 seconds. Like, he didn't see this round at all.
Yep.
The flashes upstairs have been pristine out of 3D Max.
It's not horrendous, but it is 2 Galils.
Yeah, that's courtesy of Xerxin, so that'll be something. They'll take any advantage they can get. This one has a high likelihood of OT, but you never know.
Towards ramp they'll go. PR, instant.
Oh, my goodness.
Untradeable moment there. Oh, still manages a second. They try to take it to the ramp, but they don't really use a lot of utility on the approach. Graviti has been afforded space down secret. And there's nobody to actually stop this ramp push down from 3D Max.
He's keeping Spinks occupied. This is a moment where they can take lower, and they know Spinks is far back. Getting this bomb down quickly would be the way. They're watching the vent push.
Oh, and Kersey's got another. Up to 22 frags is Kersey. And he is the reason that numbers have been evened out. This retake is on. We've got utility short for MOUZ, but they need to find a way to get the hell out of this chokehold. This push out through the vents. Graviti lets them inch their way down the double doors. 2 sets of eyes here for 3D Max. It's all on Masuda. Down to 11 health. Ramp arrival makes a world of difference, and we go to OT.
Oh, thought it was 3 coming down control side, but it wasn't. A late rotation in here from Torzi. 1 kill, another 1v1 secured for MOUZ. And now we go post-regulation.
Kersey is a sledgehammer on the attack at the moment, breaking down these walls. The reason they trade out on the ramp, what started as a 5v3 for MOUZ, still comes back to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. PR on the ramp has been a stud. Like, he's getting his 2 kills. He's staying alive. He's rarely had to fall back. He's playing all his favorite aggressive angles. This was great awareness out of Zershin.
And great damage.
Yeah. And Masuda, he just, as long as he didn't move, he'd be fine.
Damn, Cyclone with the instant pause. Trying to roll this momentum of a CT side forward.
Been very impressed by Graviti, the way that he's moved on this map. He got secret control super quickly as they were setting up their ramp play. And MOUZ have been extremely aggressive about making sure to keep vision outside on the cross. And both them and 3D Max have actually done a great job, both their CT sides. But it's insane that without a pistol, they brought it this far.
Maka on the prowl. Spinks in main, and Torji peels back.
Been looking for this.
Oh, Lucky just killed him!
Wait, are they going to search for Torzi?
I mean...
There's a peek here for him, it's free.
Oh, and he hits it. Kersey down with nothing this time. PR spots contact inside smoke. Torzi's on a sequence. You've got this secret peek in a second from Zershin, and it's an offer on the... Oh, no way! He misses! What? His chance to strike down the sniper. That is an open route downstairs.
Immediately.
Lucky almost catching a player falling off of the rafters. Now this is going to preoccupy a player per team, but he just doesn't want him to drop down the vents. Slick move from PR to get close. Can he do it again? Maka missed shot this time. Oh. Bomb planter gets away. It's 89 damage, but Masuda lives on.
He's staying in the site. Torzi's watching the flank, he misses his shot!
Lucky's arrival perfectly timed. Zelex to show us something, uses the smoke to cross out. It fades, and he's found! They pulled it off!
You're joking.
3D Max strike first in a T round with a lucky 3K. His multi-frag's fantastic.
I can't even believe that. Zershin missing 2 or 3 bullets inside a secret allowed the op to get a line. An instant rotate down. Torzi with 2 kills outside. Oh, whoa. My word. These guys really thrive in the chaos.
Put MOUZ on notice instantly in OT.
Man, 1 T round, that can easily be enough. MOUZ are on notice.
And without timeouts, too.
It's untenable, the amount of mistakes they've made so far this game. And I only say that because it's a team of this caliber.
And some of those mistakes their own doing, some of those mistakes feel like they were caused by 3D Max. Thriving in the chaos. Double Molotov into the secret stairs, gets the CT to peel back. Spinks is not going to be able to retain any kind of control outside.
Man, do they know the setup? A double molly there.
Man, this is something different. We waited until OT to get this many players in garage.
What a catch.
Masuda just swoops down into his demise. PR's collected the kill to Graviti. 3v5 demanded a 3D Max. But Zershin is cut off and having to fall back into his own spawn.
I feel like they didn't even know Zershin was there with the way Masuda died. But now Lucky's going to be hyper aware of it. This is still not an easy shot, even if you know where the fight is.
Kersey down lower, loses his head to Spinks. Lucky's got a tough duel here towards spawn.
He'll happily take it. 2v5.
Oh, and now, oh, I thought that was him. It's Zelex dead instead, so this round absolutely fizzles out. We try something different from the 3D Max camp, and it will net them not any space towards a bomb site, not any kills.
Yeah, MOUZ going to have to fight for this one. With that first round won, 3D Max. I'm sure they feel they have the game if they grab this last one. This is it. Zershin with like 2 inches of space is catching these unbelievable kills. I mean,
Kersey caught off by the off angle, never opened the doors downstairs.
feels like 3D Max have gotten away with a lot of upper pops, but also without being too repetitive. They've really dressed it up differently a lot of rounds. They're involving outside a lot more than I thought they would, considering you know, how little success and how little they've played the map in recent times. And ironically, the round they win, it's a 2K from PR on the ramp where he's been actually fantastic. It's probably been the most solid portion of the map out of MOUZ. Just don't miss. It's a great spot for Torzi.
Yes, sir. Top of the board, but already Lucky did manage to exit, so at least your Opper has been removed from the site. 3D Max will have that to work with. Kersey doesn't pick up the duel. Maka trades, and he's not able to get that shot back up to the rafters. They will stuff the approach this time. It is 2 rounds in OT for MOUZ's defense.
You gotta say it, man. Xerxin, in these critical moments, just the 1Ks that he's getting, it's just driving the round forward, keeping player advantage, drawing attention from one player so that another can rotate in. And there's been tons of pressure on him inside of Mini.
MOUZ instantly trying to give Torji an angle through Squeaky. Nobody oversteps it. Does Kersey have the nerve? It's a dangerous game in that doorway. But we can already see this movement from MOUZ over towards the ramp. 3 players inside of Trophy, bomb included. Masuda 13 and 20.
Yeah, he's been no PR, I'll tell you that much for free. This is the place to go, and also very little support for him, so a great combination of reasons to attack.
And that gap has existed multiple times throughout regulation, right? His closest rotator is nowhere to be found. You've got Lucky throwing grenades outside because of that fake wall of smokes. This is all on Masuda. Delivers the first one clean and at least escapes. This is something for 3D Max to work with.
That's officially his best ramp round ever. He's out of there. He gets his kill, unscathed as well.
Kersey climbs up to hut roof. Maka, passive angle from lockers. This crawl forward out of MOUZ is going to give them space to the perimeter of that lower bomb site. And while Masuda got away undamaged, there's nobody else just yet. It is Lucky to press in behind them.
Could not be better. This is efficiency to the max. Easy flank.
Lucky gets his. We go 5 versus 3. Suddenly, MOUZ are definitely going to feel squeezed. He tries to attack at the heels. Masuda's going to hear that drop into the dark room. Kersey's won the 1v1 lurk battle upstairs. This is going to perfection until Zelex gets his one. But 3D Max will be happy with that. Masuda with the peel away. It's exactly what they needed.
It's the only time he's both gotten a kill and got out. You can honestly get out without a frag and still be doing your job as a ramp player. It's not the perfect situation. If you're a god like PR has been, you can get 2 and stay alive. That's not expected of you unless you're literally Rops. For Masuda to do this is already improvement from what we've seen in the first half. And I, again, don't blame MOUZ for trying to test him one more time because he failed, I think, every single round that he was holding.
Still a scary scene to see him left to his own devices like he was.
Yes, it's always not, it's also, as you're saying, not always his fault. If there's no one on Turnpike to catch a rotation, to come in and frag after he gets the first kill, well, there's also only so much that you can do.
But we could also see that gap created by MOUZ's smokes outside. He had Lucky with hands busy chucking nades. But as MOUZ showed nothing outdoors except for that utility, it's Xerxin over Kersey this time.
Walking out in front of the smoke. That's a free one for Maka.
There goes your man advantage. And Xerxin tagged down to 1/3 of his health. 2 players in close proximity, but he's going to announce himself downstairs. Drops that utility, causes a scramble. Oh,
but it stays alive. It shuts off the ramp.
PR, nothing.
And now it's only those 2 guys.
3D Max up to the 4v2. That was a scramble across the map. And it is 3D Max to come out better off than MOUZ. The last two remaining paces with the bomb in their possession here on the A site. It's the only thing they've earned, a chance at the plant.
They find the right play very quickly, immediately in this 2-on-4. Don't write him off just yet. Spinks is trying to take this to another level. He's pushed back out into the hut. It leaves Torzy alone.
Man, he's going to have to multi-frag as they set themselves up through the heavens. And also the player in the backdrop towards spawn. That's Flash's setup for this heaven push. Masuda's going to late play because of that low HP. They're already out. Torzy pops up. 2 headshots. No way. A triple from Torzy. Bomb past the halfway point. Spinks off of the flashbang. A jump and a bait. And they'll secure this. No. 2v4 and MOUZ take 15.
It's the triangle of doom out of Torzy. What a beautiful sequence from him. Spinks just staying out of the way.
It had to be that clean from Torzy. Gets the third player out. Instant transition into Graviti. And the prediction over on main.
Ridiculous rifle work to stay alive.
MOUZ's first chance to win their map pick. Ooh, and Lucky damn near dead. Big drop down through Secret. Lucky's the guy to rotate. Half health, but he keeps it so clean.
Oh, and 2 vent rotators and a lower player.
Oh, Masuda blasted out of it as PR gets right back to the headshots, but this isn't all of MOUZ in their entirety. Although Bomb is here on Torzy, and he's able to adapt to that Kersey off angle, unexpected position, and now MOUZ have the one-man edge.
Now they know Lucky was down here. He's the one who got the kill, still alive. And Maka with the find.
This round is nuts. Things are getting so stringy.
And Lucky's just in the same place. He's got a door closed behind him. He can focus forward up the stairs. It's on this bomb to try to cross, but the T's want a little bit more information.
Ooh, there's some.
Spotted.
But it goes both ways. Bomb confirmed to be downstairs.
But still, that was the hard part.
Yep.
They've got control side. They have ramp as well.
Post-plant position secured. Gets across the board. PR slides down, and it feels like he's going to have a hell of a test coming his way. And then Torzy up in the rafters. I mean, what's he going to do if they all just start flying out that double doors? What a tough spot for Torzy's op to be in. PR full blind, dead with nothing. Torzy's hoping that they come in from single. And as he tries to get into the cover now, they're dropping U2 on the other side. He's going to go down with nothing. It needs to be Spinks, the trade out of Maka. 3D Max with time.
You couldn't even see him on his screen.
We go OT2.
I think Maka shot his sleeve off.
Oh, Torzy wanted so badly for the CT retake to split up, but that duel never comes his way.
You know, we have that 2-on-4 win because MOUZ know how to play this map all the way down to low numbers. For 3D Max to pull this off, the double flash is perfect. A retake is the hardest thing. Get coordinated off. Look at that shot from Maka. Yes! He's barely got an elbow. Woo. He didn't hit that, it was over.
Back turned to him the first time around, but that shot, a sliver. Still, 3v3 retake is the only thing 3D Max are able to find in overtime, but now Maka is tapping into the op ability, and sure enough, we go 3D Max 5v4.
He started 7-0 up on the CT side.
Aggressive test.
Honestly, that's the best place you could have Masuda. This buys his team so much time who haven't been rotating towards ramp. Even if he kills the clock with this aggressive position, it might be better than them execing late on him. The walls are closing in on MOUZ. With no one to draw attention.
Fake wall outside. Masuda's got a challenge coming soon, sure enough. And this is Torzy who's opt to go to the AK, right? No op this round. He's a part of this pack. Shadow gives Masuda. Oh, they don't clear him! And he gets a double out of that spot. Not just time, but a huge advantage thanks to Masuda.
Oh,
and constantly on the prowl. MOUZ must feel hunted by this 3D Max squad as there's already another player inside of that lobby. Sershin catching contact here inside of the ramp. He didn't want to have to deal with this. They go wide to the right side, and Lucky drops bomb again. It all falls on PR. 30 seconds.
You got to make this clutch.
They give him a bit of space to try to grab that bomb. He gets it through the railing, and he will run this down to the B site that's already occupied by 3D Max. They've got this perfect pinch set up.
Oh, yeah.
Single door swung, double door occupied, PR flailing in the middle of this bomb site. He will not even find a kill. 3D Max will pull forward into the lead.
Holy. 3D Max continued to impress. We have new territory found out of Masuta, getting really aggressive. And once again, no one to even support him on the push when he goes through the smoke. It's a real risk, and everything has been very risky for him. But he's really making do and obviously delivers on this angle. It's not a great clear out of Zelex. Thought about it for a second, looked away. And that definitely increased his odds of multi-killing.
Oh, dangerous, always. And these two have been locking horns throughout both sides. It is Kersey to walk away, worse for wear. A slight liability on that A floor. PR's position revealed. Masuta's going to have a challenge coming his way, but it's a different angle.
Yeah, this is rough.
Ooh, but he start dropping nades. They're going to swing into him, and he'll deliver his one. Oh my God, the fire damn near spreads, but look at this. It's held. Torji turns around. A second one as well.
Mad awareness out of Torji.
Because it's starting to be the 3D Max swagger that they attack the flank like that. So Torji locked in on the hold, and you're not going to get away with it that time.
I was like, man, when, at some point, when are they going to help Masuta? But also, is he just going to keep getting better and better? Is his damage nearly a kill and a half? And again, if not for Torji turning around. Ooh. Massive jeopardy.
That's meeting the quota of the first overtime. Nobody yet to win. 2 on the T side in OT.
Ooh, what's happening here? Masuda's already left his post. Looking to come in. I feel like he's just over encumbered with responsibilities. Like they can, yeah, go ahead and take this. There's not even a target here.
Oof. You got 2 players rotating back in, but by the time you get into the ramp, it's going to be MOUZ all over your lower bomb site. They're going to try to retain position for the retake. Kersey smoked off. Oh, the control. Damn near double lineup. Kersey tries to test the smoke, but they're so ready for that kind of a scramble. MOUZ gain man advantage off of the push from 3D Max.
Just becomes incredibly desperate at that moment.
Could have tried to maybe corral the bomb site. Could have waited to see if MOUZ had to push off. When you had 2 players ready to flush them down the ramp, but Kersey runs wild, goes down empty-handed, and now trying to regain a bomb site with man disadvantage. Tough ask of 3D Max. At least they flashed Torji once, but he regains vision. They're going to drop fire at his feet, flush him out of here, but he's fine. It actually lands in the back of sight. Torji's comfort at these kinds of duels, far better than that double retake, but still it's coming through. Gravity's got another. Xertion makes the difference, and for the first time in OT, MOUZ secure 2 on the attack.
Yeah, they'll get the lead here with that one, and it's unfortunately this gaping wound in the defense right now for 3D Max that's getting exploited again and again. Masuta can't clone himself. And MOUZ are being pragmatic. They're going where definitely 3D Max haven't tried to stop them from going. And now MOUZ are in the driver's seat. They'll burn a timeout with a round lead. And in a battle of the weak T sides, MOUZ finally get majority rounds. Safe to say at this point, anyone could have won this game, but
battle rages on.
Yeah, there's no argument to want to be 3D Max in this position. You'd still rather take the CT side.
1 round lead. MOUZ's wall of smokes on the attack had so much of 3D Max's attention allocated to it. Xertion's gonna try to follow them through. Oh, it's a brave move to make, but he's in the middle of it. Garage player turns right back around and executes him with only his one.
A 1-for-1 on Xertion outside is, I feel like, a win.
You have to stomach some damage on Maka in the process, but
he's opping.
Torzi could catch this off. Oh, they're worried about it. You're putting him on high alert, and sure enough, he'll deliver his. Graviti's down, MOUZ man advantage. And Maka walks the no man's land. But given space, as Spinks is going to test the flank. This is classic 3D Max used against them.
Oh,
but he still just keeps missing these timings. I mean, Lucky has yet to consider his flank. And so is Sitting Duck. Sure enough, Spinks keeps on the threat, and now last 2 players at 3D Max. Oh, they've gone unnoticed. But you can see PR still considering the threat, finds the timing on the bomb carrier, and it's gonna be MOUZ securing themselves 2 chances to close down Nuke. A hell of a hard-fought battle. 20 seconds left. Maka hears that drop out of heaven, knows this position would be open, shouldn't be able to get away with the plant.
I mean, now it's
man's done for.
Impossible to get out of here, surely.
Threats in all directions. Okay. Easy trade for Torji. Let him rack up those frags. 33rd kill collected by Torji. Driving force in MOUZ's success on Nuke. They will take 18.
Could have been a couple of chances for 3D Max to close this game, but looks like MOUZ have finally started to get warmed up. Fewer mistakes, some great positioning. And even Xertion dying outside, he doesn't leave without a kill. I think most of the time when he's gotten caught off, it's been inside of Mini. When he's been roaming, he's had a lot more success. We're going to be fully out of prep now if you're 3D Max. Digging deep to come up with a new strategy.
I mean, last OTT side, they still threw out that like heavy garage wrap around. It didn't work, but they were trying to dig deep. OT Curse. Cursey 1-9 in overtime this map. Oof.
Damn.
And we talked a lot about that main impact he had over top of Xertion. Body's outer. Look at this. Oh, no way!
That's free for Torzi.
Torzi just hammers it home with the lobby crunch.
He did not stop running.
Aggressive off the rip. Now you've got the secret player also looking to get into the action, dueling with Maka up above. Spinks wasn't ready though. Players come wide. Maka damn near dead.
Wait, they know he's over here. Look how he's hiding.
Oh, Xertion. Xertion's gonna get blindsided. Sure, Zelex still strikes. Trade's good from Masuda. PR preoccupied outer. And off of the rip with that man advantage, somehow 3D Max have bounced back into it.
Don't tell me this is still alive. I mean, Torzi's still got a good line. Bomb's roaming around, but...
Lobby entrance, back turn from Torzi.
What a flank.
No way, 3D Max, fight on. So many players outside.
I mean, what a move from Maka. I mean, even hiding from Xertion when he was pushing outside on red. That's from a 4v5. PR knows he's got a target out here somewhere. Needs to deal with that first. And a fast step and Graviti just killing the clock. 27 damage off that. Let's see how risky he wants to get.
Make it happen. Molotov first, frag to get him in here.
Okay.
Top hut held. Oh, scary when Masuda doesn't get that insta-kill because his teammate has 10 HP. But what a chaotic spot for 3D Max to find themselves in, not only after the man disadvantage from that aggressive Torzi push, but all the things that could have gone wrong outside.
3 people pushing that.
And they come out on top of it. Maybe an open door offered by Spinks, who was playing with nades.
By the way, that was off the tack pod. Something, like you said, brand new, where they've been bringing in brand new stuff into overtime. It's the perfect risk.
Door off the hinges. Oh, these oversimplified A hits have gone badly for 3D Max before. And sure enough, 5v3. When they don't come in through main, it gets shredded. This round, no different, but is the recovery truly underway? 2 versus 4, the first step's clean. Maka needs to grab bomb and also dodge all looming threats. I love this layer.
Heaven.
Throw a body up, try to catch this player off. Smoke fades, and they've done it. Numbers even down. They've got the edge. They've got another OT. Style points from 3D Max.
A reverse boost into heaven.
Ay, oy.
From a 2v5 to stay alive.
They are the chaos.
Can you believe your eyes? Not even one of them dying. Absolute perfection.
Flashes of exactly what MOUZ did back in regulation. 2v4 A site.
This is a new level we're getting out of 3D Max.
Xertion right behind the red box. That's going to catch you off, Elgard. Graviti not ready for it.
Oh, they're still
Torsi
shaking.
in through main. They're slamming themselves into the A site again. They know about this position, but Torsi's given 2 dry duels. He picks up both. A peek from the other side, a lineup, and Xertion's able to replace that offer. A whiff shot out of Kersey, whose curse in OT continues.
Oh, there's no mini smoke.
Not able to deliver. Kersey comes up empty-handed in what could have been another 3D Max smash of that A site.
Oh boy, did they miss that piece of utility. We're talking about overtime. No mini smoke when they're taking upstairs. And they get the opening kill as well. This should have been no chance from Torsi, and he ends up getting 2 from this spot.
Plus Xertions, 3 kills out of that main presence from MOUZ. Critical error here from 3D Max as this game's gone on.
Yeah, they trip over their own feet on that one.
It's an electric tempo, and it's this constantly evolving threat of Xertion outside. You can feel Maka nervous about it. And sure enough, Xertion still trying to press into his opponents.
He's never used this spot.
No, but those shots come right through, looking to keep his head tucked. But as he stays hidden, it has opened a door for 3D Max to surpass him.
He's padded it perfectly. Kersey's gonna walk into him. They're super aware of this.
Man advantage earned off of Kersey, who is looking for a chance to get back to the sort of form he had in regulation.
What a flank. This isn't being watched at all. PR has made it all the way around. In
Maka turns.
Oh, they come and see this.
Still too close for Maka to be ready.
It wasn't commed from the roof. He just came to check. Does Lucky catch this somehow?
Barely. He would have to have gone squeaky.
Oh,
but still, 3D Max poised themselves to hit this A site.
This is huge out of Lucky. He's walking right by PR. He's going to have an open hut.
On the challenge. It's going to elicit utility out. Teaser going to have to hold off for the time being. Lucky's emerged from hut. Back turn, executes Celex. There's a second known. Main player activates. Trade's good from Kersey. Multi-frag found. PR back in. Locked in. Finds the headshot. And when Masuda dealt with, it's Graviti up from heaven up next.
And he just got spotted.
20 seconds.
Oh, no, he didn't. They don't know he's here.
Now they do. Audio on the fall down, bomb procured.
Oh, what a fake.
Fake plant once, there's the activation. He delivers the first, but Torsi slides wide with the clutch. It is MOUZ to 20.
Absolutely insane rounds, back to back, man.
Back to back, brother. Overtime to overtime. This shit's been non-stop.
I can't believe it. They found Xertion here. This move from Lucky, he spots PR. PR goes ramp, he sneaks by out a hut. So many chances to multi, but it's PR who gets the last word with his second.
And Torsi just
every 1v1 since the second half started, though. I think he had Graviti win one of them.
There's been 8 successful 1vx clutches in this game. 5 of those belong to MOUZ. 2 of them to Torsi. Celex up in the rafters. It's him and Spinks on this A floor right now, and the rotations aren't that close.
Never mind. Space, man, with no hut pressure.
Yeah, Torsi's arrival's swift enough.
Got to be
They could just walk out dry. He missed the shot, but the player up above, Zelex, easy does it. Shooting gallery delivered. Spinks is going to emerge. Zelex on a tear. A quad kill late in this game. We've got finally a sweep, 21-18.
Damn, Zelex, that's the round he was looking for. It's been a nightmare for him upstairs. The flashes that they brought in on these attacks, he survives it all, crushes them as they come upstairs. Keep a meter stick between them and 3D Max now. Plenty of rounds to play with. It's all coming up MOUZ. One hell of a map so far. And all the fight that 3D Max have shown so far through this game might be going to waste. Just another Nuke loss at the end of the day if they can't come back. 3 rounds in overtime on a perfect CT side. Can't say they didn't improve, though.
Torch on the brink of 40 kills. And that gap has widened from the top performers of 3D Max to the top performers of MOUZ. You're getting multi-kills and clutches that just sway the way of MOUZ ever so slightly. Flawless CT half demanded of 3D Max. Once again, do or die, map 2 of the series.
I mean, I'm pausing to let them breathe. I'm thinking about going ramp late again. Just clearing out Masuda in any kind of aggressive position will be the first thing. Where's Maka in all this? They've got lucky. Pushed up to Unbreakable.
3D Max have been so blindsided from all the smoke presence outer. There's not usually this many players behind it. Good grenade. Actually, just 18 damage chipped away from Zelex. Lucky finds the first and another. And then as he spams through that smoke, welcomes the response. Graviti winning the duel inside, but barely. And as Zelex has managed to get himself through Garage, Xerxin on the open ground outside offers up a distraction. Maka off the angle, missed his chance. And now Zelex is going to get the kill from inside CT spawn, but what he wants is more.
I mean, there's no... Oh, what's going to happen?
Taps out the worst. Now it's been figured out, but these guys got to go get that bomb.
Yeah, 2-on-4 situation. It's now brought down to a winnable chance.
CT's just give him the space because Graviti's working with 10 health and Masuda nowhere to be found.
And he's not going to try to make it downstairs. Running right towards Graviti. Both CTs are here.
Oh, Heaven player's dead! 10 health, and he's going to know that this is Graviti somewhere on site.
He's knifing the wrong way.
He's missed his chance. Now the gun's back up. And as Zelex tries to find just the sliver of vision, he'll get it. Turns around Graviti, embarrassed in the 1v1. MOUZ pushed to their absolute limits. 22-18. And if not for Torji, and if not for Xerxin, and if not for all those 1vx clutches, 3D Max would have just secured this series 2-0. But now this map deserved.
And Maka all the way to the end were inspiring, honestly. And it makes sense. They're the oldest dogs on this team. But they really did come close to bringing this home. I mean, you could look at that and go, yeah, like obviously MOUZ won. 3D Max still had map points. 3D Max were still 1 kill away from being able to win a couple of times. So it's not like it was a very clear victory out of MOUZ. And in fact, with all the fumbles in the beginning, my goodness, they're lucky to have even won that.
Now it's down to the wire, but the numbers at the end, 7 wins in the 1vx for MOUZ, 3 of them to 3D Max. Gonna have to just finish off what's in front of you if you're 3D Max. And a CT side, when again, they have won 3 of the 4 pistols this match. We'll see if 3D Max can keep it up because Masuda pushes forward, catches first blood over Spinks. It is gonna activate MOUZ into the B bomb site. Utility trickles in from both sides. Flashes find their marks, but the kills don't get found by the defense. A great tear-through moment from the young guns of MOUZ as they will put that bomb down, plant their feet, and find a second consecutive pistol round win.
That's also something nice for MOUZ to be able to get now, obviously, after what we saw back on Dust2, which feels like a year ago at this point. A long and arduous nuke. And that's the thing that makes us so cloudy, too. It's like you would have expected no chance for 3D Max on the premise that they're playing Nuke. But they came into the series extremely prepared. And I thought when they got to overtime, it would be a clean sweep for MOUZ because, well, now you're playing an experienced team on a map you have very little experience on. Overtime is where you would normally fail right away. And they still survived and showed us new rounds. I want to say off their tack pauses, they were able to do that. I think they're really drawing a lot from their coach right now.
They showed us new approaches to rounds deep into multiple overtimes.
Yeah, you know, like we mentioned with Kersey, they kind of stopped even trying that. It's not like he failed that play when they were going into mini. They just kind of phased it out, went into new stuff, and that still somehow worked. But yeah, I mean, what we're looking at is a new team with great chemistry, and on the MOUZ side, we're looking at a team with more experience and probably better players, but less chemistry.
Sure.
And I think like that's the clash at the moment.
Yep, I like that framing. I don't know if we're going to get as exciting as a map as we did on Nuke, but at least here we get our conclusion. Single elimination.
French team on Inferno, man. It's going to be great.
Oh.
Oh.
If MOUZ can clean up in the department in terms of, you know, losing to force buys, if they avoid that entirely in the third map now, I think that would also do them a lot of good. 3D Max and Chaos, you know, they really went hand in hand as the game went on, and there were times where MOUZ were creating chaos and 3D Max came out on top of it. And there was moments when 3D Max created the chaos and they also came out on top of it.
It's a sneaky bad game out of Spinks, I would say, and Zelix. I want to say it was a bad game from Zelix, but it was also just like these upper attacks that were ridiculous.
Sure.
And
then he gets a couple quad kills.
Yeah. I think the most weird part about it is they were so solid on ramp because of PR, and yet still we're dropping CT rounds. Wow. That was a nice shot. Well, I hit all three of those shots. He's like, get away from here.
For the record, you brought up the opening kills and deaths back on map 2, and you said, I don't know the numbers.
Yeah.
But it was 22-18 in 3D Max's favor.
That's huge.
So, yep. Edged them out.
I think we had Spinks and Torzy win a 2v4. Yes. I think 3D Max won a 2v4 and a 2v5. That reverse boost into heaven. So it was kind of insane, some of the rounds. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That one was so ridiculous. All you have to do is get back on LAN.
Bringing into this gun round, or rather, round without guns. They buy up. Last round, save a few. Let's try to restart that. Everybody, excuse me. Let's restart.
We've all got guns.
Saving what they did in the last round and not getting full guns, 3D Max press into the rifles and find a 4v3. Please take it away.
And now, Zelix really needs to be the difference. He'll secure that kill with 20 HP. And the bomb doesn't get caught.
Nice recovery here, because 3D Max pushing into their opponents. Catching them off guard. Man. Again, Masuda finds the headshot on Zelix.
He's kind of going low-key's going crazy right now. He hit all those deagle shots in that previous round from the pit.
Spinks, though, he's up in the apartments, kind of clearing out positions that they don't occupy.
Spinks is super good at not letting these timings get away from him, but the CTs are so far. Oh, my goodness. Masuda's crossed over towards B.
I do love this, though, because, like, Torji, remember, he catches the first one, and then he just hides in ramp, because they could have most certainly gone over to that B bomb site off the kill.
They still kind of have to find Masuda. I'm not, yeah,
No
I'm actually not
way.
surprised.
Well, well, well. Bomb delivery, and now 20 seconds. Spinks is stomping his way in.
Dude, he's
just
hitting shots right now.
straight up nails them. 3K in the round for Masuda.
I can't believe he ran forward down Banana. Masuda's a little
scratchy.
crazy in these clutches, but he's hitting shots right now. You know what he should have done, though?
What?
He should have let Torzy plant and then defused it.
Well, hey, this worked.
Yeah.
Make it a 1v2 win already for 3D Max, and we are 3 rounds into this map. I think I left half my brain on Nuke.
I'm sure everyone's gassed a little bit after that. I mean, has a lot to do with Masuda's looking fine, though.
Makes this start to the game real interesting.
What's with these guys in interesting starts to the game?
Puts 3D Max in a great place, puts MOUZ at the bottom of their barrel regarding buys. Graviti locked into the half wall. Oh, second player catches it because the first one is full blind. Xertion instead looks to hone in on the bomb site. They're already climbing up and over top of Lucky, and that was Spinks to come through with his full vision. So a couple of moments where MOUZ's members are blind, but the teammate behind them is the guy picking up the space and pushing this 5 versus 3 into the site. Maka's looking to interrupt the bomb plant. Oh, but he lets him get away with it. Now the retake's on. Masuda's right here with him. They pick up a kill between the two of them, but then the smoke's gonna cool them off. Xertion taps through just in case they tried to pick up position in the corner. They're gonna open up the CT smoke. No, just a
Yeah, I got 10 damage on Zelix. Couldn't finish him off.
chance for the exit. Masuda, 1 for the road. And it's a save call pulled by 3D Max to keep majority alive. Maka still just floating around. Would love to get some extra damage in because you know that MOUZ's coffers are looking pretty bare.
Tactically, I gotta say, I mean, it's nice to see MOUZ getting some openings off of flashbangs. It felt like it was basically 3D Max showing them up in that department in most situations. They had unbelievable flashes, both on Dust2 and on Nuke, by the way. Just an overall strong series from them from a util perspective. Back on Dust2 was great on the HE front, I think, from MOUZ. That was something to note. But this one straight up sets up the victory. And then get out of dodge.
Torji enters this final map with a 1.44 rating on the series.
Very much deserved.
Driving force on both Dust2's hopeful victory for MOUZ and their actual Nuke win.
Trying to keep that flame burning. I like it.
Again, 3D Max have to stay tuned into the sorts of rounds they can rob away. Stylistically, we saw aggressive just decisions being made when the game gets tight. The catch caught MOUZ off guard early in the series. That Dust2 round 22 that put them on 12. A couple Hail Mary moments in the middle of Nuke to maintain control.
Round 22.
There's that top mid nade on Xertion. Here comes Maka, only off on the field. Ugh, gives up the angle, teammate burning in front of him. Do MOUZ want to dive bomb Banana? It's risky business.
Just a fake smoke that Mac is in front of, but they just want to keep his attention. Oh, Graviti. Oh, maybe wanted to peek into that fight. PR comes in, cleans that angle nicely.
All on Lucky's Galil. Oh, and PR coming through the wide side of the smoke. It is another moment where MOUZ just worked their way into this B site.
Oh boy, that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, it's a problem for 3D Max, not for MOUZ.
Yeah, big problem for 3D Max. It's good to see PR coming into this having, it's like it was either he played well or they you know, they could win without him. He does sometimes feel like he's a bit of a mercenary on the map, where it's not really so much his cohesion to his team, but just what can he do by himself.
Right.
And then everyone else can work around him, which I still have some, I don't know if concern's the right word, but I still have some questions about, you know, the Spinks PR. Oh, it's giving Rops Spinks. Or sorry, Frozen Rops.
Okay,
with
sure.
the little bit of overlap they have in their play styles. Maybe not necessarily just their flat out roles.
Rare sight. Inferno has been the least played map this Blast Bounty. Thank God.
Yeah.
I wondered why I was having such a good week.
I think it fits in nicely into a series like this, though.
I was having such a good week, and this might be why. And yet we've played so many games of Cash.
Also lovely.
Now, if only Premier could reflect the same numbers. An aggressive start off of the ops, switching into the Deagle Maka. Ambitious, but under pressure, and good on him. It's a Masuda slide into the Balk room to get that kill back. And Kersey's got the op falling away from middle as the smoke fades. They don't even shy away from this. They actually go back in for more, and it works.
Dude, he still hasn't died yet, by the way.
3D Max, lovely stuff, sending Masuda in for the action. However, they do lose mid-control because Kersey's missed op shot opens the door for Torji to come link up with Zelex, who gets another kill on this bomb site's approach.
I mean, it looks like Masuda has to kill everybody.
They're going to know that Masuda had to have fallen back through apartments because he's the guy that dropped this short smoke.
It feels like he could kill everybody, though, with the kind of game that he's having.
His teammate links up in library. He reacts to the balcony exit, and now it's the 20 HP of Zelex that's left. Triple kill for Masuda in the round. Zelex has got the answer. Hell of a headshot. Bomb up top, and Graviti just doesn't shy away. Comes through, and as 3D Max take a second, it's with a sole survivor.
Little bit worrying that, you know, without Masuda getting a refrag or another kill in every single one of those situations, they would have had this site run over entirely. But he definitely put up his end of the bargain. Otherwise, it would just be like, we got a weak B site, and now we got a weak A site as well. It does feel like, as the desk was saying, though, with, you know, this map and the util on Banana, you'd expect MOUZ. They can hang with the best in the world when it comes to their util on this map.
Graviti trying to slam it home through the banana smokes. Instead, first casualty of round 7. And even though Graviti and 3D Max have kind of shown presence and thrown things at MOUZ, they've never looked uncomfortable. Like you said, world class. Lucky escaping on 14 HP. That landed, by the way.
16 damage.
Through 2 walls. Thick walls. It's that thick European stone wall.
Man, good luck.
He's got another dude from 14 HP. Catches Zelex's head. Oh, Spinks has been killed off the pop-up. Now it's a 2v4 post-plant. At least 3D Max have done the hard job of getting man advantage. Molotov just picked up here by PR. They're already very close. He's just going to kill Masuda, the heavy hitter of 3D Max. Awkward movement, but he's getting away and tucks into back sight. This opens the door for Torji to take contact. Now both players have delivered a headshot. And remember, Lucky's been low health from the get-go. PR down to the clutch now. Kersey over top. Time is ticking fast, and he'll find him on the jump up and over. Big round for PR, overtaking as the top-performing MOUZ player now.
Yeah, it's biggest round yet. Excellent 4K. Different positions for all those kills. And he's playing off a teammate in this situation, looking extremely comfortable here on the T side of Inferno. That's a weapon to have. It looks crazy this round even comes close with the way that it starts, and with Lucky getting hit down so low. These teams just might be an exciting matchup for each other.
But man, you've got to be ready for Masuda at the moment.
But it's Inferno. You can't avoid a player, you know? If he's going to anchor on A, he's as far away as possible from B, and that means that, like they did in this previous round, they could pick off all his teammates before they get to him. They can go B, and he never gets a chance to retake the site.
I think the scary thing for MOUZ
very hard to carry as an anchor on this map.
It's how willing Masuda, even though he's the anchor, has been inside of the apartments, ready for the trades, you know, a part of these forward pushes.
Yeah.
3D Max have been really right on the brink of aggression towards this A site. But if Banana falters first, he's never going to get a chance to shine. And obviously in this round, USPs for the majority. 3D Max really have no chance. MOUZ given a golden opportunity at finding breathing room in this series. For the first time in a long time, MOUZ are in control.
Definitely. And a stack like this won't matter too much with the correct utility. Can molly everything. Orange is second, orange is quad. Don't even have to if they don't want to.
It's 2 mollies for the approach. And they're off.
The one time Masuda comes B, they go the other way.
They can smell him. Champagne and oysters.
I was going to ask what French people smell like, but...
Cigarettes and espresso.
Not cheese?
Nah, some of them. Depends on where they're from. Clean shot, Spinks. Few headshots for the road. And obviously, MOUZ feeling comfortable. Don't get too used to it. It feels like 3D Max. Once they feel like caged animals, will start to get crazier and crazier, and maybe they need that breakout. What they really need is somebody besides Masuda to be able to step up to the level MOUZ have brought to this third map of the series.
Maybe one of the stronger teams on a half buy so far at the Bounty. But the war is won here on Banana.
Yeah, nice flash from the CTs to try to get up and over the half wall, but it is still just a 1-for-1 trade. Make it a 2K for PR as that nade just locks onto Graviti on his exit. Ooh, interesting. Zelex tries to go back in, and that's where Maka is able to equalize the numbers. But knowing the ops over on the B site, they're going to try their hand at A. Problem is Masuda's here, and he has been a handful for MOUZ. Will clip PR on that exit back and leave Spinks 1v2, no bomb.
Can we queue up a Spinks clutch? With all the time in the world and 100 health.
Masuda's giving him the space for the bomb.
The bomb within reach as well.
And this is very much a 1v1. Maka still not close for the trade. If Spinks can somehow kill Masuda with the lesser gun, predict his position locked in back sight, that'd be one thing.
Spinks is really thinking if time ticks down, they're going to try to join up, but it's not the case. So he really just has to kill Masuda.
Turns from the duel. Oh!
You're joking, Spinks.
No way!
And here it comes. We got 6 HP on Spinks, and Maka will take a deep breath as he comes in with an op.
USP's out. One single bullet gets the job done. One single sidearm shot. Spinks, yeah, doesn't consider it. Maka just James Bond style tiptoes in.
It was scary, but
brother.
Yeah.
What a flick.
Welcome back, Hiko.
Are you kidding me? I mean, inhuman reactions. I don't care about the rest of the round. I just want to see that Spinks headshot.
Oh my goodness.
That looks nuts from Masuda's POV. Great 180, but also really cool, calm play from Maka to just test that smoke grenade. And that's what happens, right? You go towards Masuda late in the round. He delivered a hold. cost MOUZ bodies as they got closer to that A site.
Wide open on Arch right here. Graviti's gonna have a setup high and low with Urzi, but he can only get a single kill.
Zelex, and that's it. Masuda once more, very much outnumbered. Good for the first. Apartments player stomping in behind him. He hears that, so he tries to swing out and just deal with the short control. Isn't able to deliver a heroic moment this time.
It's too flimsy around him, man. There's just not enough support. It's already insane that he can get the kills that he does, but it's too many rounds now where he's kind of the only one coming up with frags.
Yep. Inferno has not been kind to 3D Max. At least not 4/5 of the team.
I'm really curious about interviews in this game, no matter who wins. Just what's the recap from their perspective?
Costly.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 2 frags plus an AK upgrade for Lucky, you take it. But they need more than guns saved at this point of the game. 3-7, MOUZ lead. 2 rounds remain in the half.
That goes to worse.
There's been a lot of risky openings towards Banana for 3D Max. Obviously, you can't just let it go for free, but it's been costly more often than not.
That's ultimately the crux of the puzzle on Inferno is, you know, if you don't fight, you lose. If you fight, you can look like you had no chance, but it's ultimately the only way you're going to win in the end. You got to take control.
There's a good conversation on the desk.
It's way more about spam timings and util than it is aim.
You mentioned Banana would be key, and obviously MOUZ have held up their end of the bargain. I think what none of us could have anticipated, unfortunately for 3D Max, is the individual drop-off from the majority of the team.
Yeah.
That's kind of what kept this series so competitive, and it's been awesome to see Masuda try to be the hero, but if he wasn't performing as he is, Siamaka, then they wouldn't even have 3 rounds on this measly CT half.
Yeah.
So forced into the save for the final attempt. It'll be 4 rounds best case for 3D Max's defense. MOUZ have indeed looked like a world-class Inferno team.
They let them into the series. Honestly, it would have been such a humiliating way for MOUZ to lose, to get eliminated on a map like Nuke 2 3D Max.
Yes.
And that reality was very close to happening, but they clutched up and they bring us here and they kind of change the entire narrative. They now show us that was just a one-off.
Big numbers.
Okay.
You know, I think what's been really cool about this T-side, sure, maybe we don't get the competitive element that many had hoped for after such a nail-biter on Nuke. Kersey. That bomb aim punch is so real.
It just displaced his aim so badly. Oh my goodness. That was not cool.
What's been cool about this T-side, though, is like there was questions around MOUZ's first time with this 5 on the map. PR is 14-7. This isn't Torji going 3 maps in a row. This isn't Xertion with big entries and a high rating, even though he's averaging 1.14 as his lowest map. This is Xertion 1-7, Torji 4-6, but PR 14 frags to his name.
It'd always be a better compliment to Xertion to be able to say that his new pieces are feeling comfortable, that they have new places they can go in their map pool.
Yeah, you're an in-game leader now. Those are compliments you've never had and now sometimes fish for.
Individualistic now.
I mean, how many times has Graviti just kind of, I think, unfortunately, been fed to the beast?
Not a full buy, of course, but doesn't matter at this point. It's round 12.
Here we go. Kersey with an off angle, completely catching Spinks off. Unfortunately here for 3D Max, they may lose the B site.
They're so quick to find the right side.
By the time anybody can get over here, Lucky's gonna have to go massive again, and massive with 32 health. Huge ask. He will catch PR at least. 15 and 8 in the 12 rounds they've played out on this T side. It's phenomenal for the newest addition to MOUZ. Giving his team a chance to just lock down the post plant. Here's the CT test. It gets covered, sure, flushes the bomb planter off its first attempt. Kersey announcing himself up from the banana flank at 35 seconds. They're just trying to keep MOUZ corralled on the bomb site. But now as they try to fight, down on low health for 2 of the 3. Masuda, kingpin of the CT side so far, disengages back, gets caught off by this blind side. Xertion's triple kill in the final round of the attack leaves 3D Max shattered. Zway's gonna be burned out. Do the library players swing to help him? ZywOo's got a second, still 76 health to play with. Yeah. And that op is right in front of him if he ever wants to switch over. Ready for some kind of a peek. And with Short not being able to be pushed, they're gonna take a second here and throws Yellow over to this side. He gets behind the tall box, looking to cut down library. ZywOo 3 kills into this. One kill, 1v5, if he can, and he always can. The best, the absolute best. Quesarado trying to keep himself slim by the pillar. Oh, okay, dude, he's had some. Oh, what are you doing? Surgical precision on these shots.
That was Xantares on roids. Because they don't have a teammate just yet, and this is...
Oh
my God!
ZywOo is an animal with a shot like this.
It's another KW
He's not
flick.
even on his screen.
Oh my God, he didn't
this?
see anything.
Not quite the fireworks we had on Nuke, but there is something to celebrate, and that is MOUZ's arrival on a whole other level in this series. Truly putting themselves one step forward from the competition. This is a roster that's expected to be Spirit's biggest contender come Grand Finals Sunday, and they had to hold up their end of the bargain in getting there, transitioning into LAN for the first time as 5. Shaky stuff after Nuke. But here they are now dominating and given a golden road to victory in this best of 3.
Yeah.
They've slowly been able to win these pistols as the series has gone on. If MOUZ can find a 3rd consecutive pistol win, it feels like this one's over.
Probably my favorite setup for a CT pistol. Just kind of catch all with a little B-lean sprinkled in. vision on every important choke point. They'll get flashed back. So this does actually draw the attention of Spinks when they lose vision of bracket. It's not a bad setup here for 3D Max.
Beretta's to the back. Searching gets there in the end. Flashes, interrupts it. PR is here to help.
Oh, he's farming.
Beautiful 3K for PRR off of the coffin. We thought Masuda was going to steal the show, but PR has now clearly surpassed him as the final boss of 3D Max tonight.
Yeah, he's looking awesome now. Everything has come together for PR. If Dust2 was the last map, it would have felt different. It's a great closing statement for him to help MOUZ. I think we're all cheering for this map to be a little bit closer, but it's also, I think, important for MOUZ that, you know, if they're to go on and really see themselves have chances as this tournament moves forward, that they could close out on a strong note.
Needs to be in this form. And that's not to say there aren't other teams that could still upset MOUZ on their way to grand finals, but that's just where the predictions laid. Spirit hold up their end of the bargain and totally trounced Liquid earlier today. MOUZ tested as Xertion's anti-eco ace gets cut down 2 kills shy. And Spinks looking to deal with this SMG that actually doubles back to Banana and then has second thoughts. Ooh, okay. Graviti throws himself at Spinks.
That's a little wild.
Can they get that gun? Can Masuda work his way over, grab the M4? Because then suddenly it's going to be tough, especially as Graviti finds another. Forced by victory on the cards. Oh, Torsi locking him in with him. What a sick peel off from both sides to make sure MOUZ keep on the highway to victory tonight.
It just looks right at Cyclone. A perfect crossfire.
Did you see that, Papa? I'm clutching, Papa.
Oh.
Come rub my shoulders, Papa.
But that sort of feels inevitable at this point with Torji. Any chance. So it's a quick 11th in for MOUZ. And of course, a buy up in response here for 3D Max.
It's a bit crushing that this game falls as flat as it does because we had the fans in Malta on their feet for 3D Max back when they were fighting strong.
We won't forget how great Nuke was, though. That was a
game of the event.
That was a saga. That was
Map
awesome.
The event.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, actually, this event did have 100 Thieves eliminate Falcons, and
that's true, actually. You know what? Besides the actual name value of the teams, we casted that one too. I feel like that Nuke actually beat it. It's kind of insane.
Context aside, most fun map of Counter-Strike played at the Bounty. Zelex and Spinks on cleanup duty. These guns are not getting a single inch. Graviti and Kersey, the only two to answer back. It's gonna leave Lucky in a clutch. And down he goes. This is MOUZ just trouncing 3D Max at this point.
Damn. They're getting ran through.
And again, for their sake, it's important that MOUZ stomp on an opponent as they'll look to get to semifinals.
They were probably a little bitter after Dust2 as well. How close Nuke went, all the mistakes they made, so they'll go to sleep a little happier.
And obviously the second map, a result that definitely leads you to believe that you can claw back into games. You lost Dust2, you lost the first half of Nuke. You kept telling yourself all Nuke long, guys, the CT side is ours. That's where we do our best work, etc. They were able to tap into that clutch factor, that wealth of experience that MOUZ do still have as a core, over top of the challengers like 3D Max.
But still got to say, for a team like 3D Max, who, you know, we're always reminded how streaky they can be.
Yes.
I feel like they showed so much grit in the series and obviously on Nuke. to nearly take it over the line, but I'm not surprised that they'll be gassed here.
As third map's going to kind of sour their success from the inside, but I think as outside witnesses to what they put on display in the face of MOUZ, it's definitely steps forward for 3D Max at the start of this season. And as an organization and a core, they need it. And we had high praise for the connective tissue, right? Their ideas flowed nicely one after one another. Now this MAC-10 swing into Banana, and any round that PR only gets one, well, that's a sigh of relief for 3D Max. They can try to just still flex the numbers into the B site where Spinks looks to lock down. Teammate inbound, throws the flash up. That's going to activate him. He can't manage the player in pit. And so he's going to start dropping utility to try to slow them down to get his teammates closer. And Graviti gets caught trying to get over top of the orange box. Masuda answers. He's been a monster throughout this map despite the round count at the top of the screen. Fake plant and a push.
Uh-oh.
Torji, though, is all too ready.
And the double push, it's going to continue. Kersey's got to seal this up. 28 HP to stay alive.
Doubles back. Zelex on arrival from Banana has already made it past that point. Toys with it, gives him the jiggle peek, and keeps Kersey locked in. This one's going to come down to a 13-3 victory. MOUZ not looking in their rearview mirror. Nuke, an absolute nail-biter. No denying MOUZ were pushed to their limits tonight, but powering up bodes well for their tournament hopes here in Malta.
Yeah, still a very fun series to watch, and I think some good memories for 3D Max as they sort of build on this new project, making a rich